All right, lads. Hello, hello. We late, but we hit. We hit. Give me a second just to start. Let me sort this sound quality real quick. Like that, like that. We are here, though. We're going to do some quick GQ runs. Spend my soul tickets, and then we're going to finally start the technique character tier. Should be relatively easy. Hopefully. We'll see. We'll see. There's lag? Hopefully not. We are back to our normal setup compared to the... I mean, like, we did stream it during the end of month banner, so it's... You know, we've been back, but... We shouldn't have any lag problems. What phase? It's melee hollow, then range hollow. So, double hollow week. Is that a first? That we've gotten... I'm sure it's happened in the past. We've gotten both... like, both phases of the same killer, just ranged and melee. Well, lagging? There's no way. Really? It's good on my end. Can anyone else confirm? Before we start? Keep the chat there. I need to fix the way the text comes out. Hollow melee, it should be right. That's I'm wrong. But, what's her name? Sun's returning tomorrow. That's why they're returning her. Let's look. I think we're good. Let me turn on my sounds. What background music do I have right now when we start? It's the swimsuit. We're good to go. Alright. 15 more days. Oh my god. 15 more days for anniversary. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? We're changing the background music though. And you know, I shouldn't be saying this in the live stream. Because I know people just want me to spend orbs. But I'm very tempted to keep summoning. I'm not gonna lie. But now, we gotta save. We gotta save. Hi for the 10th fan. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can we get Aaroniero, though, please? He came out, what, last year? April? He's still 2 out of 5? 3-5? I've had to fake out. Never mind. I'm terrible when it comes to guessing fake outs nowadays. But, again, we are saving our summon ticket. Summon ticket right now. Looking quite good. My goal was to get 5k. And we're actually about to do it. So that's actually really good. Fortunately, 1,000 of those tickets came from the co-op event. 3 months ago, whenever that last happened, during the 100 million download celebration. But yeah, goals to get 5k. So we're almost there. Just got a little bit of farming to do. 15 days to do it. We're chilling. Got all these. And then I also have these. So we're looking at like 7k tickets, probably around that, give or take. Also, some news we haven't spoken about just yet. Hopefully, we'll find out on Thursday. All the GQs might be, not GQs, Senkamon might be resetting at the same date. Because it has been like 1 week intervals, but Captain and now Quincy's are resetting in 16 days. So that's actually pretty good. So hopefully, on Thursday, when this resets, it says 16 days. Or the same days that these will have here. So that means like right after the anniversary, we get all the GQs. I keep calling them GQs. All the Senkamons available. Has any been leaked yet? No. I mean, maybe. I don't know. We're not talking about it. Even if it has been leaked, we ain't talking about it here. Real quick, shout out to the Dishonored boys. We did not demote. We've been consistent lately. And we actually ranked 7th. We were super close to top 5. So we love those 90 orbs. It better not be. I assume if it does get leaked, it'll be like, people won't spread it around. And even then, it's like, it'll probably just be names. That's all it ever is. It's just names. Again, we're not going to talk about it, but that leak that happened 2 weeks ago about the upcoming end of month banner, not for this anniversary. That's insane that we had like art leak. Like that is crazy to be having. I can't lie. I don't think we've ever had a situation like that where art was leaked. And it's made public. If we ever had an art leak before, it was like Orihime, where that was just a mistake on Kira's behalf because they showed it on the live stream. So, my GQ team should have improved since we last tried it because I now can say. So, We're going to rock Kensei. Now, my Kensei's only 1-5. I'm not sure if it's still worth bringing in, but we're going to do it anyway. Same difference. What bonus bleed to give him? 200 attack. I should change it to damage to paralysis, but we're just going to go with this. That is not right. It's fine. You know, again, we're just going to go for the quick run. Get the score. And then dip. No talking about it. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We're not talking about. I think I'm kind of done with leaks at this point. Unless they get shown on Reddit. Like, if they're on Reddit and they're public, we talk about it. But other than that, no. I'm not doing that anymore. How many orbs left for July? I'm not too sure. Maybe like 1.5? Okay. Within one shot? Oh. I think I saw one in the EX. I literally forgot the attack pattern here. I guess we'll take a 45. Nah, today's going to start just now. Like, we're just getting this quick GQ run in. Get the orbs, and then dip. Pattern changes better? Oh, it's SA2 pushes. You're not wrong. Not my go Kensei, man. Not the go Kensei. It's fine. Now, I'm not going to be resetting this stream. We'll reset later. Am I hearing something? Okay, I thought I was hearing something outside. Terrible run, by the way. This is a 3-5 Sun. We finalized, yes, sir. Yeah, sure. Surprised you don't have that Aaroniero 5-5? Well, the thing is, with that Aaroniero, the speed face battle one, it's like I pulled on his banner. It's like, that was already crazy to begin with. Like, man said I spent 2k orbs on a premium banner. Not anniversary either. Like, you don't count anniversaries. Even though anniversary characters are premium, they're not premium. Like, you know, they're special units. But, yeah, I got him once. I might have gotten him from a free single. Because I've got him twice now, right? Let me check. I haven't used any summon tickets, though. We've been saving him. That's why. No, I think I got one copy of him during the anniversary. During the 9th Annie. That's how I got the second copy. But since then, I've not been using any, you know, what do you call them? Summon tickets. So, we should have him 5-5 by the anniversary. He might be in the True to 6-star. Hopefully. I guess I'll pick him there. And if I don't get that final copy. But we should get 2 copies in 5k tickets. One would think. If not, it's whatever. I'll eventually get him action sended. He's in free summons now too, you know. Alright, let's claim those rewards. Okay, looking good. Almost on 11k. That's almost enough to do pity for both banners. Part 1 and part 2. Because it's 5.5k for 25 steps. And we'll be doing that. What's the best mini holo kill if you don't have that go? Sansan? There's a few. I mean, it's definitely more awkward. If you don't have Sansan. But you can just check for yourself, right? Mugetsu works. I can't believe I haven't got any dupes of him yet, but he works. He can do something. You can also use Yuha and Sangdu. I don't have Sangdu, but yeah, those are like the 3 characters you would use other than Sun. Obviously, the problem with Ichigo and also Yuha Buck is that they don't have poise break, so you know the enemies can still attack you. So it might require a few more resets, but it can be done. And then Sangdu does have freeze, which is nice, and he has the barriers. So he should keep your team protected. But his freeze only lasts like 2 seconds. Because he has no debilitator. For some reason. Should I just run 2-5 Yuha? Yeah. If you don't have Sun, just use Yuha. How is Misaki in the swimsuit? I'm afraid to say anything. It's a cartoon character, bro. Like, oh, you know, I don't want to say anything now. Hold on. Man's gonna get me in trouble. Old enough, probably. Probably, right? But I can't lie. I want these characters, man. Like, Yoruichi's still good, but Misaki, I'm hearing, like, is actually usable in other GQ phases. Because you have the 20% buff here with also the team boost. So, like, that's actually useful. unironically. Like, we were kind of trusting on her because, like, oh, she's the media spotter killer. But she might have use outside of the media spotter guild quest. So I'm going to get him to run. All freedom. Unless I need a 7-step banner. Listen, I know. This banner being 7 steps was terrible. But to be fair, they did it for this banner. Technically, I can see the thought process. They could do it again. I can't see them do 7 steps for anniversary. Like, they can only do it for this banner because it was the pre-anniversary. It was like, this was the banner for Caleb to make us spend orbs. And they did not the best job of that, you know? Not the best job of that. So I was like, okay, you did 7 steps. I'm not pulling more than 7 steps, you know? I don't see how they could do it for anniversary. Because people were fine. I was kind of fine. Not so much, but it being 7 steps just meant I saved my orbs. You know, it was that simple. So, I didn't mind it being 7 steps in a way. I didn't like it, but it meant I saved orbs. I don't see them doing that for anniversary. All right. With that said, let me change the background music. Because we actually had no background music on. Damn. It's on now, though. Your 5-5 UR's washed? Oof. Hey, man. Like, oh, UR? I will get a new UR soon, though. It's fine. Hopefully, right? Core 3. What am I doing? Where's the sound quality? Or background music? Background. Oh, staring at him. Should you summon a bit on Mila Rose rerun? No. We'll have a video go play today. I don't think it's worth pulling on. Sun is good, but you'll find out now if you can beat the guild quest or not. Apache's good, but you can probably beat it, go without it. Go without it. And also, end of August, the banner that was leaked, if you know what that is, that is also going to feature a ranged no affiliation unit, so you better just wait in. Mila Rose is good, but we're going to get a new Brave Bar character in a month. Like, Anniversary Part 2 will feature a Brave Bar unit. So we don't have to worry about her. I mean, if you are, you know, annoyed at Mila Rose, there's going to be a more toxic character, potentially in 3 weeks' time. Got my Giorno Gamer Subs. So I think that's done. So, no more GQ. Till this time. So, first up, we need to, while we're here, let's change sides real quick. This is quite big. Damn, where did I normally go? How cool would it be? Exchange Bankai Shuns with debt. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Luis. Powers of Bruno should be like still decent. Were we top right before? Was I? Oh. I promise you this background is not a green screen. So, either way, we have one character that adds. Yoruichi. Where would we say Yoruichi should rank right now for speed tier list? Obviously S tier. Do 2 steps, we know you're a top 3 merchant. No. No, because if I do 2 steps, I got to do the guarantee. Then I got to do the 2 discounts. Like, it's... Low S? I'm feeling like here. It's definitely like this area. With, Esno and Ichigo. SS, to be honest, bro, get out of here. Below Esno, I feel like I might back below Esno. Because the Lucky Berserker is definitely noticeable. Wasn't Full Hollow? I would say she's a bit better. Because she has a more general killer. Ichigo, on the other hand, you know, like, only Squad 0. We tried to use him, not like the best performance in Limit Breaker. And his damage is quite, like, low. Then again, so is Yoruichi's outside of GQ, but at least she has the SP boost, and she has that good survivability. I feel like the triple vortex, triple debuff edges Esnot over Yoruichi. But I think that's fine. I think that's fine. I think the debuffs do make Esnot a bit better. So there we go. Speed to this is done. Next up is Hot. So, again, we're trying to have a similar formula across all tier lists. And right now, the highest a farmer has been is A tier. So by default, she has to be A tier. But at the same time, are we going to say she's a better farmer? Does that warrant her being S? Have we even got an S tier farmer just yet? Let me check. We haven't put anyone in S tier just yet. In terms of farmers. Because, like, you know, they're only farmers. But I feel like her damage output brings it down. Because I couldn't pull it up. The way Little Tot was designed is kind of weird. Like, her damage output is, like, super low. Like, in any other situation... Hold on. In any other situation, a damage output like hers would be terrible. It's like, yo, what are we doing? But, again, the main reason why you're going to use this character is for the farming items. And she has, what, plus 15? 15 links or potions? Plus 5? All this extra buffs too, you can technically use it outside of link shop purposes. We're getting plus, like, there's potential with this character. So maybe right now A, but we could potentially push into S, potentially. No SP boost, but the thing is, like, you're only ever using it for the farming purposes. And in terms of, like, they're all being ranked differently, right? Like, in terms of Nad units, Gremmy's one of the best Nad units. You know? In terms of farming characters, you know, you might say she's one of the better ones. So they're being ranked on different reasons, technically. Why is Saruchi above Retsu? Saruchi has Flurry 2. Retsu doesn't. So, her damage output is better. Why they Loki gave her crazy hips? Brother. Let's do a poll though. Let's do a poll. Little Toro. Because if Little Toro is A, everyone, no character deserves to be S. No farmer. Likely. Invite Stark to A. Stark is a decent farmer. He's got plus 10, right? Can I pull it up? Again, he's being ranked on the farming content. Like, you're only ever going to use these characters based on the amount of potions they can farm. So with that in mind, like, Stark has like Frenzy 2, right? 8% SP, is Frenzy 2, good Berserker value, crazy high Devastation for some reason, but he also gives plus 10 potions and plus 5. That's actually, like, for a minimum premium unit, who cares if he's a farmer, right? You might not need him, but, like, that's not bad. That's not bad. He probably is the best farmer in the game right now. For how? Besides Lord Tot. Lord Tot is now, like, 15. You know. You think Rukia and Retsu's resurrections were a waste? In terms of soul traits, Rukia, yeah. But again, we haven't gotten, like, a god tier soul trait from a seasonal unit in a while. That right now just is being saved for, like, limited units. And what's the name? I think Retsu is good. Recharging and plus 4 potions is, like, that's good. People saying A. So in that case, she would just go right above Stark, essentially, right? It's fair. Would we say above these two? Eh. I thought maybe she had the 80% SP boost. I could maybe back putting it here, but yeah. Okay. We'll say A. We'll say A. 70% say A. Are you Caleb Spy? After our most recent summons, no. Clearly not. Clearly not. Yeah. While we're on Heart, Valentine's Ruka is too low. So, Munis. Oh, this Valentine's Ruka. Well, where would we put her, though? Because I don't think she can get pushed to S tier. Like, she's lacking a lot of the things. Her damage output's good, but Ranged Holo Killer doesn't do any favors. If I pull up here. Ranged Holo Killer doesn't do any favors. The damage output's good, but like this is kind of like what farmers are getting nowadays. You know? Besides Little Toe, for some reason. I mean, there's obviously... She has the more full stamina. She has the good ability. She has the team buffs too, which I don't think are being shown here. I kind of agree, like, where you're coming from in a bit, but... No increased talisman chance. No increased talisman chance. Kind of just there. Really, I think A is a decent spot for her. In all honesty, if she had the increased talisman chance, I'll probably back S. But maybe that is one person we could come back to. But it's finally time to do techniques. So right now, I think we actually changed it a tiny bit. She does have the inflict. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I mean, compared to like other S units, like look at S and these are all like meta units. I don't think this character really competes. I don't know. Masaki's Mind. We haven't done Mind just yet. We haven't done Mind just yet. So these are all the new cards we have to add. But remember, this is like super outdated. So we have to reset. Reset the thing. So, does anyone have any contenders for SS? Other than, of course, the very obvious Grammy. Is there any technique character that should be SS? Other than Grammy. Probably not, right? Although, I'm a big ass, my bad. We're probably going to get technique for Anniversary. Part 1, if it is Ichigo and Rukia, one of them has to be technique. And we'll actually find out before. Based on the, what do you call it? If we can data mine ahead of time and see what the attribute order is for the GQ phases, we might be able to guess the orders, the attribute. So have we get a con? Why is everyone saying con? You lot of trolls. Rose? Maybe if we had a Bankai Rose, he'd be up there. What character should have done to do? You know, I can see where you're coming from, but at that point we're making too many tier lists and or like just orders, you know. We're just gonna rank it based on like just everything considering. It's really strange to see GQ and ad units over Bruno and others. I get what you mean, but at the same time, it's like, where does Bruno? If we're just ranking we're taking everything into consideration. Like, Bruno's kind of, like, useless. Like, you know, like, he can clear content fast, but, like, that characters aren't too far behind. They have value now in GQ. Sorry, in Senkamon. Maybe not particular units. Like, I'm sure some aren't as good, but with Senkamon having those challenges where you have to bring no character links, NAD units, you know, actually pretty good in there. Like, I have a video coming up later today talking about the upcoming rerun banner. Misaki is actually still good. Where do we rank Misaki? Actually, they bottom of 8, but, like, you know, she's actually surprisingly still really useful. One of my go-to Quincy's whenever I have to use 0 character links. So, now characters have gotten a bit more useful, in my opinion. But, like, also, again, you know, when you consider GQ, the EX levels, NAD units are, like, the most important characters. Unless the character you're using as a lead has, like, super good damage output that they can carry all 4 extra levels, eventually 5, because there will be a 5th extra level. NAD units are the go-to. They really are. They're the ones that, like, you just use to, like, get through it super quick. So people are saying Tanjiro or Tanjiro. For GQ purposes, Tanjiro's up there. I still feel like, you know, SS, we want to be, like, super restricted. Only the best of the best. Tanjiro is, like, the best booster, to be fair, but we'll come to him eventually. So, first up, we have Kon. Let me pull up BBS Sim. Is Kon here yet? Kon is here. So, Kon's a farmer. Oh, he's like a crystal jewel farmer, right? Oh, no. Alright, so his team party buff doesn't stack a Mugetsu. So you're not going to use him there. The movement speed is nice. It's a everyone movement speed as well. Frenzy 1? There's no way. Oh, he does the 100%. Just to compare. We put her in B. So the highest you can be is B. The highest you can be is B. Compared to other titties. Because we want to have, like, you know, transfer with all of them here. I would probably say C, you know. Where's the... Con? Because, yeah, damage output's low, and you're really only using it for the crystal jewels. That's it. 100 coin drop, 50% crystal jewel. You're not really using him as a team booster. He's a weird one. I don't know why they released him the way they did. Should have been a bit more impressive. Rankiku does have more value. I would say C right now. Because he has no SP boost, right? I keep going off it. Where is it? Did I close it? Oh, yeah. No, oh, yeah, he has the 100%. I keep forgetting. Let's compare to other tiers. So he's very similar to Tesla. I would say probably same tier as Tesla. A bit more damage, but... It's like low B or like high C, but pretty much. We'll get to him eventually. Arskin is next. So Arskin's a farmer. One of the examples of like actual decent farmers, technically. Because he has 2 killers. Damage output's not too bad. Aims an SP boost, Frenzy 2. More damage to poison. Increased thousand chance against every speed enemy. With the 40% Berserker. Plus 10. More droplets. Plus 5 super links or potions. And he's been to every 1,000. Very mid kit, yeah, but again, when you're using this character in the content he's designed for, it's fine. It's fine. So again, similar build here, very comparable to these units. So I would say A tier, mid A probably. Sanson, a returning character coming back tomorrow. Probably gonna be instant S. The SA3 visuals are actually really good, yeah. It really is. So, best lead for the ranged mini holo guild quest, sorry. EX is a bit experimental. I'm not sure what they were trying to do with that. It gives a defense boost to your entire team. So we finally saw that. I would love to see it in Brave Battles, but I guess that wouldn't work because Auto doesn't use EX skills. But the barriers, I guess, are nice. It's an extra attack that you can throw alongside the Sobel. That's what we usually do. Does she have any Berserker? She has this, 60%, Frenzy 2. Basically, like, Yoruichi. Maybe a bit better, because the status procs. Definitely top of S right now, for the time being. Momo. Probably right now top of A, based on the other attributes. Have we done power yet? We haven't, but Nemu would be very similar to this character. Maybe Nemu would be S, because she has a team boost. So remember, the way we're ranking our characters now for GQ NAD units, if you're a team booster, likely S tier. No team boost, top of A. Top of A. So this character's a weird one. It's nice that she has the fly +2 outside of GQ, but it kind of like doesn't really do much for her. I guess. I don't know. Good soul trait though. These soul traits are actually quite useful. I know Rangiku has like a really good one. But yeah, the barrier, the heal. Good to have 2 strong attacks that have like no like long cooldowns, because it means less times. Means more time using a normal attack string. I'd probably say A. No stars and plus is probably fine, because yeah, the GQ phase for range now has Okyo, right? So it's probably fine. Where would you say it? A or S? Should you look at the Masaki treatment? Perhaps. Top of A. Oh. Here's the weird one. Where do we rank Driscoll? Is he just by default S tier because of his damage output? So again, Driscoll, for those that don't know, has an insane damage output. One would assume so, right? He has 50% Berserker, 14% Recharge, he has Frenzy 2, he has a Superior Strong Attack 2. He has Poise Break, he has Rampage. How greedy, Rampage. And also, it doesn't show here, but he has the more damage, the more kills he gets. Enemies defeated bonus. He has both. Like, that should be instant SS. But his kit sucks. To be fair, it's not that bad. It's the SA3. I don't know if I like the SA3. The kit brings him down. If he had, like, Gremmy's kit, he might have unironically been, like, the best character in the game. Like, he had that potential. So I think top of S. Would we say better than Sun? I'll probably put him above Sun. Just for outside of GQ. As the refresh. That's why we don't get that attack anymore. That what do you call it? Yeah, that attack. Next up is Gin. He's a melee Naj unit. Above or below Arskin. Again, he'll just be with like any other GQ Naj unit. I guess he's a good one. Do we even use him? Does anyone even use him? Because with mini Captain GQ, you just go with like Yachu and Senju. Or if you have Senju duped out, you go like full send Senju. You never really get to use a character like this. But I guess you can use him. He does buff. 30% too. I guess that's nice. But, Free orb unit? It's weird, right? Because it's not like range melee captain is like so OP that we don't need him. I would still say A. Would we put him above or below Asking? Because again, similar, he would be like these units. Technically, he would be above, but I think his GQ doesn't need him that much, so I might put him below. Because, like, these two are meta for their GQ phases. Like, if you're doing GQ, you're likely using these two units in A tier, you know? Like, you know, this Ryoka, for example, you don't really use it all that much, so. Okay. Little Toto is probably S tier. Probably below Sunsun is the best spot for her. Another Frenzy 3 unit. 80% SP boost, EX skill. Which is quite, you know, noteworthy for a character like this. First seasonal character. First character in-game. A mid-month unit. And an EX skill. And it was just a random mid-month. They didn't give an EX skill to Bankai Rukia. But they gave an EX skill to her. Which is crazy. Better than Sunsun? I don't know. What's annoying with this character, right? And they did it with Giselle, I'm pretty sure. They keep giving characters this skill to make Grammy not as good when you use them with her. That's like so annoying because she didn't need this. She could have had like another damage multiplier, like damage to drain instead. And then she would have stacked that with Grammy, but they try and balance it by giving her this skill. I would say GQ. I see what you mean. Sun, GG does buff. I think the Mind GG has the story buff, right? Or she has the 20% sad buff to Mind characters, so you can't stack with Mugetsu. They do stuff like that. It's annoying. Her GQ is more needed. She's like right now like the best lead, but Part 1 anniversary likely will have someone to replace this character. Keep that in mind. Not like it matters, but definitely S tier unit. I would say Sunsun's bad just because. More Berserker, I think Sunsun had. And Killer's not really that good for Little Tom. You're more likely to use... If you were to use one outside of GQ, I'd probably use Sunsun over the two, just based on killer effects. Like, I can at least use Sunsun and Limit Breaker, you know? Can't really do the same for her. Tenjiro, definitely an SS character, sorry, an S character. Melee Hollow is dreadful, but like then again, in some cases, so is Melee Star Rater. Maybe it's not even clearable if you don't have Lotar. So again, for those that know, Tenjiro, Insane unit, right? Team boost SA2, 43% attack and focus increase. Also heals too. That's quite noteworthy, I guess, sometimes. His main reason is because of this. The Sniper boost with the team boost, that's the reason why I use him. You always use this character whenever you're using Snipers, unless they have an attribute booster that can do the same. Now, one underrated part about this character, in my opinion, is the fact that he can inflict paralysis. Like, there are times where I'm using a character with Killer Plus. Specifically Killer Plus. Keep that in mind. And, you know, I think Yoruichi's a recent example. I was using her in GQ. And I'm inflicting Stazzlements. The enemy is still coming at me because I can't stop the enemy. I don't have paralysis or freeze myself. And then Tendro inflicts a Stazzlement. And then boom. Now you can inflict a Stazzlement on top of that. Keep the enemy in place. I do appreciate that in the EX levels. But ultimately, he's the main team booster. Would we say top of S? For that aspect alone? Mini Stammer is on beat. Yeah, I'm sure someone's beat it with a 5-5 Ichigo. But it's like, it is. If you don't have Leoto or Mask, it is tough. Ichigo's damage output is not that good to carry. Especially all 4 extra levels. Ichigo gets 50? He can get 50, but can he beat all 4 extra levels? Because I know my guild mates. Like, hold on. I know my guild mates. We D-ranked. Oh, no, hold on. That's outdated. Oh, no, it's not. Where is it? Yeah, Ichikuro. Like, he has a decent score. Average 47 seconds. It might be hard to see. But he couldn't beat Mini Stomro. No Mask. No, He did it. You have Mask, bro. That's why you beat it. Ichigo won't do much there. If you have no Mask and no Little Toe, you're not beating it. It's like, Ichigo can't solo it. If you have Ichigo Mask, sure, you're fine. But it's like super tough. Art skin might be better than Momo because of the overall value. Maybe, but it depends on how you rank farm characters, you know. You might not need him. Because I know I personally don't. But yeah, let me do a poll. Where are we saying it doesn't really tell us where to put him, but there's a poll. Top S, low S, or mid S? Tendro? Probably the only farmer I would put top S. Sorry, like GQ Najin it. For the most part, they're all bottom S. Because what's speed looking like? Yeah, speed is like, again, Najin is at the bottom. I kind of want to move this character up, you know. Probably not. He was actually really impressive in Enigma Breaker. 55% top S. You know, when we get to like making the video on it, like the decisions aren't that important. But I do feel like his value is actually really good. Like, you use this character a lot. When do I not use this character? That's the question, you know, in GQ. The team boost is really good. Under Driscoll, I can maybe back that. But then it feels weird to have Driscoll at the top. He's such a weird unit, man. Why is it Driscoll? Yeah, let's just put him on top. Let's put him on top. With that, Robert, bottom of S. Range Nad unit, Flurry 2. Team boost. Simple enough. After that, we have Giselle. Definitely top of S. I would say better than Driscoll. 100%. Would we say better than Tanjiro? For Giselle? Because Giselle right now, Dominate's actually still pretty good. We used her recently. Granted, she got all the buffs here. Not all the buffs, but, you know, in Limit Breaker, you can actually use her, and it's not that bad. The Dominate does a lot of damage in Limit Breaker. As long as there are Sword Reapers, can use her. Until this week, Giselle was the best lead for the ranged Sword Reaper guild quests, and still can be used by herself. With Driscoll, you kind of need to have Soifon. I'm not going to lie. You can't need Soifon for Driscoll to do good. And I think Giselle can get a higher score. You have a 5-5? Well, in the context of Limit Breaker, I used her at 2-5. Drizzly better? I don't know, because Giselle can get a good score at 1-5. Like, by herself. You just boost her up, for the most part. Driscoll, again. Driscoll, if anyone has a Driscoll GQ run that can get high score without Soifon, let me know. Because I feel like Driscoll's just worse to play with. You got 50 seconds with him? What did I get with him? Maybe I'm not the best example, but let me check my score. I might have got like 48. Shouldn't round up. I might have gotten the same score as you, to be honest. But I'm not going to compare Giselle's GQ scores, like my personal ones, because again, that was her actions ended. Giselle would be with Gremmy and what's her name? And Orihime. So Melee Human, I got 48. But again, that's with Soifon. You have to get lucky RNG with that one, I feel like. So you need like 2 units. But then again, technically you need 2 units with Giselle. You need Gremmy, right? That was a 1-5. With Giselle, I got 51. Potential 53. I didn't have enough damage to like one shot. But that's again actions ended, right? We can do a poll. They're definitely fighting for like top 2. Top of S. I keep pressing all the wrong things. Do that. They can do a poll. Too bad I didn't even consider for all those. You go. Do support characters already be bats? Oh, Nads? Preferably, yeah, because, I mean, Grummy's a support character, technically. Personally, I think Giselle's better than Driscoll, but let me know what you guys think. You have 9,000 orbs. Should I focus on grinding story or point event? You can probably do both. I mean, 9,000 orbs is a good amount, though. Probably farm point event. Because you can farm those orbs there from story modes. Any better power mind? To be fair, Platinum, we just got a power mind for the pre-anniversary. I think mind and... I think we'll get a power character part 2. I think Tech and Mind might be the one. I think Tony just made a video on it too. Ducky, we appreciate you, bro. $10 donation. I don't know if that's like super loud. I appreciate it, Donna, bro. Much love. Much love. What's the ratings, though? Okay, 89% above Driscoll. I'm about to say, huh? That's crazy. Shout out to Ducky. So, yeah. I mean, I think this is fine. Anniversary is July 22nd. It's actually a day earlier from the looks of it. We should get the bunker live on an announcement July 10th. We're getting a maintenance in a couple days to finally get that power-up system in the attribute trees. They should announce the bunker live then, I would assume. Or in the coming days, because it's likely going to be around the 18th when we get it. Oh, Madge. Yeah, my bad. That's crazy. Alright, Shinji. Yo, Technique is kind of stacked with S tier units. Because, like, if we can just put these two, like, they're both S tier, I would say. Where in S tier we're about to talk about. But Technique has a lot of S tier units. So first up, let's do Shinji. So, Killer Plus, Confusion and Weakening, with the increased chance to do so. Everything SP boost, 50% Berserker. Standard unit nowadays, kind of. We did Melee Hollow GQ already, but we'll probably do some runs after. Is Ichigo coming back? If you're talking about the end of year one, yeah. We haven't dated man. He'll be here next week. Next week we have his Melee GQ. So, yeah, he's coming back. We also have this 10th Annie Cycle Summon. Don't pull on this. So it's just premium sealers. So yeah. Nothing crazy, but I don't know why they do those banners. Low S? Let's see where we put him. Probably here. Below Loto. And then for her, I want to say here. For Bambia. Would we say Bambia is better than Driscoll? I kind of prefer her, but I think above those is better. Because Bambi has, again, she's frenzy free in GQ. But outside of GQ, she's still really good. I would say better than Son for outside GQ. Unless I'm biased here. I don't know. Like, it's like, both have good killers. What are we saying? Because of the long stride is does help. We can do a poll. They're both like very similar. Like it's either Sansan or yeah, we're putting Driscoll above both of them. Right now it's like Bambietta is. Oh yeah, to be fair, Sansan does have Killer Plus. Keep that in mind. And to be fair, because they're so close, Sansan is the better lead for GQ. Whereas right now, you can still actually use Bambia. You use her alongside Esnot to get like the best score. Unless you're like Esnot duped out. In terms of like Berserker though, Bambi has Berserker. Sansan doesn't. But assuming you're using this character against Holos, you do have that extra 60% damage. And the extra 20% with the Holo Killer Plus. So consider that when answering this poll. To be fair, yeah, in Limit Breaker, if you are using Bambi, the paralysis is actually really good. You know, so does Sansan. But the last rate's also really good too. Like, the last rate does a lot of damage. And that allows her to do 40% as well. So again, you can go back and forth, honestly, with these two. I'll agree with what the chat says. Why is Sansan so low? Compared to these two. Let's say we did this. Driscoll and Giselle are better outside of GQ. That's why Sansan is there. Like, realistically, again, like, if you were to, like, see this tier list, you would probably agree they're all S tier. Your opinion might change on, like, who you rank. Stuff like that, you know? But, like, individually, it's... This is how I'm feeling right now. Lunge SA is mids? Kind of. Bambi does have the enemies defeated bonus, but it's like one. It's like one. Like 20% more killer effects for your team. You think units with no built-in Berserker and Frenzy Free in GQ shouldn't be that high, but that's like 90% of the units. Yeah, that is like 90% of the units, right? But that's how it is. Like, these characters are like the characters in GQ. Outside of GQ, their lack of Berserker honestly isn't even that much of an issue. It's really not. Because the way a lot of characters are designed nowadays is like you only ever want to use them when they have killer. And like a lot of characters that have like no built-in Berserker usually have something to make up for it. So again, Sun has the 60% more damage to paralyzed enemies. So when you're using her, you're likely using it as Hollows. Then at that point, you basically have 60% Berserker, technically. But usually when someone doesn't have Berserker, they usually have something to make up for it. If that makes sense. Like, I think she had more damage to drain as well, but she's a mid-month unit, so it's a bit different. It's odd. It's odd for some characters. Most characters are fine without the Berserker. Because, like, you're still going to... Like, they're still going to clear fast. Even in Senkamon, you can... Senkamon's a bit different. It depends on the rules. But, like, it's a way to balance units, though, right? Like, and if we look at Heart, Ichigo is going, like, end of year and anniversary are going to be the units that are, like, can outperform GQ characters without needing GQ skills. That's what you get for anniversary and end of year. That's the special units. Other than that, to make characters still relevant and not be end of year level, they get Frenzy Free in Guild Quest. Because imagine all these characters Frenzy Free. At that point, this end of year character wouldn't be as special. If that kind of makes sense. So it's a way to balance units but still make them good. Either way, 52% says Bambietta above Sun. Which is crazy. So it's super, like, it can go either way, honestly. Yeah, I guess the 2%, you know, a couple more votes get Bambi above, but, you know, we can go back and forth all day. They're basically the same. Maybe internally I might say Sansan's better, because she does have the value of being the better lead. Like, you need her more than you need Bambi. So I might just do a executive decision and put Sansan above. You gave him the 40% Berserker. Yeah, that's why, like, I was, you know, I was quite vocal about not liking the GQ skills, but nowadays I'm kind of like, it's fine. Like, it's fine. Like, I'm going to use them. They'll clear fine. So, next up we have, now. But I won't back the Frenzy Free and GQ Senjumaru. Senjumaru should have Frenzy Free. She was an end of year unit. Like, if you're an anniversary, an end of year, or big celebration banner, I don't want to see GQ skills. That's why I really liked Aizen and Byakuya. And why they're such good units, in my opinion. Senju, though, man. She could have been, a lot better. So, now is plus 10 farmer. Shout out to Kai. See it? There's no way. Where do we put plus 10 farmers here? B? Because these are plus like 15 and like plus 10, plus 5 like super points and stuff like that. Who's a plus 10 farmer for this attribute? It's Rangiku, right? No, she's plus 5. Link Shot and Super Link Shot. Not Sun. Oh, it is more. Okay, so B tier. Damn. Yoru... Oh, not Yorushi. Orihime. I brought an A for now, but let me quickly go pull up a page. So, Orihime has that specialty of having a tracking vortex. That now actually works when she released. Before it didn't. There was big drama about her release. Where the range SA2... The SA2, because it was a team boost, was classed as a melee attack. And thanks to her... And thanks to the community outrage when this character came out, they've actually since fixed the SA2 problem. Characters that released before her still have that problem, Paris or Rukia. But every unit after her, if they have a team boost, SA2 or 3 or 1, it's classed as a ranged attack if they're a ranged unit. So, team booster, 40 plus 2, I think that automatically puts her in S. Just based on the standard that we put for other characters. The Killer Plus does suck a bit, but, you know, it's fine. She has a good bruiser value. This does help Giselle. No, it doesn't. No, mind, it's an ad buff. I thought that was the other one. But Giselle, you know, if you are using Giselle, it busts Orihime. And the Vortex is good. You rarely ever notice it, but I think when she came out, it was quite noteworthy. It does provide good crowd control. Nowadays, to be fair, about the poison enemies, not so much, but it's more of a gimmick now, to be fair. Yeah, that soul trait doesn't help it. You're not wrong. But I think just by default, we have to put S tier. Because who's she comparable to other tier lists? Can't say, basically. Essentially, is like the same character. Again, for those that are wondering, like, these characters here don't have a team boost, so we put them in A. Next up, rank Giku. Probably A tier? Her kit is terrible. I'm sure someone's going to say B or C. No farmer has been S tier in our list, personally. The character's based on like how good of a farmer they are. So she had potential, 40% full stamina, 40% team buff, doesn't, you know, it's right. Frenzy 2, 8% SP boost. No Ozaka though. But then again, it's here. And she has more, right? Yeah, she has the stamina recovery, that's nice. So on paper, she looked good. On paper, she looked good, but I think the lack of an increased stamina chance does her compared to newer units. Even for our time. But the kit is terrible. How would you rank Tendro outside of GQ? Just like any other NAD character. Only Flori +1, right? I'm not sure we're going to do GQ runs. That is crazy. Alright, Zelion's image. Can I even show that, bro? 2 girls, 1 cup was art is insane. Insane, bloods. You know when they kneecap units by getting terrible essays? Yeah. But, you know, she had a zombie character. I guess that's like something. So what are we saying? B tier? Sorry, A? Like low A? I would probably say it below these units, you know. Her cash is bad. Halibel is... She's a +10 super farmer. Where do we consider that for our other tier list? Let me check. Is that A? Why Tendro over Giselle? Tendro is like, he's like the god tier support for GQ. He is being ranked based on his GQ performance, realistically. But like, anytime you use a story bomb, you're using Tendro. The team boost with the 5% is always going to be good. And now you can just use a second and third character to like just one-shot phases if you're using a good unit. Tendro's really good. Good survivability as well. He heals your teammates. And sometimes if you have Killer Plus, he can paralyze, sorry, Stat Summon Plus, he can paralyze, and then you can inflict your Stat Summons. So Tendro right now is like he's like the NAD unit for Soribas. Let me close that real quick. Yeah, where's Senju Maru in the speed list? Senju was A. So I guess A for Halibel? Does she have +5 normal pots? She does. So yeah, it's a +10 farmer with +5. So I think A, like low A probably. Where would we put her? Above, definitely below asking, obviously. Do we put her above these two? Oh. Or below these two? I'd probably say above. She does have a good kit. She's actually pretty fun. Sun, not Sun. Why just go for Sun? Here's a bad damage output. Like, you can actually use Risco outside of GQ. What's the name? Soifon. Soifon is terrible. It's very bad. Her kit is so stationary. Her SA3 is like a plant attack, vortex, trap effects. SA2 is also a vortex. Like, you are never using. I tried to make this character work. I tried. She does have the team buffs. Technique, Soriba, stat element, technique character. Unfortunately, it's a character. If this was technique Soriba, that would have been really good, because then you could have used Mugetsu to stack with it. But even her buffs are like super restricted. So I think with that, she does boost tech, but I've never used her. I mean, look at S tier. Like, barely anyone's a Soriba. It's just Shinji. Like, they're all Quinties and Hollows. Pretty much. Like, oh, damn, I just realized. Like, technique is literally just the Quincy attribute. There's, like, no good Soriba. She has some value. Because the damage output's terrible. Who would be comparable to her? Oh, Kuro is B tier? Do we put her in C? I mean, B because of the team buffs? It'd be a low B. Shinji the captain. Yeah, she buffs no one then. I guess in that regard, we just put her in C, right? Because there's literally no one that can use her buffs. Because at least with this Okura, you have this Okura that can, you know, benefit from it. She's literally buffing nothing. Yeah, Anniversary could fix it. I guess if Anniversary introduces a technique Soriba, we might make a case to buff her like low B. But other than that, it's like she is just there. She's existing for the most part. Next up is Orihime. Another Nad one. Would this character be S? Probably not. I'd probably say A. So, again, this is not a Brave Battle list. So, we're not talking about Brave Battles here. But, you have Flurry +2. You have no built-in Bruiser. So, damage up is quite low. And that's about it. You have the debuff, the barriers. It's nice. Captain Killer, yeah. I would probably say low A, like lowest of A. Or do we say B? Because she has Guard Break at least. Again, comparing her to Yuha. Yuha had a team boost. I'd say probably. Yeah, let's do B because Meninya's C. And she's only C because she has no Guard Break. I'd probably just make. I think the Guard Break just makes her B, technically. Even if her damage output's low. You know? The lowest of B. Well, Rangiku. Ichibe is. Oh. Keep pressing the wrong buttons. Ichibe's a weird one, man. Power and Mind, I'll say right now. Both Byakuya and Aizen should be SS. They should be best characters in the attributes. They are absolutely insane. I think Aizen is, like, really, really good. It's unfortunate that Aizen just can't get Dominate off in Epic Raids. If you care about that. So, I was actually thinking before the stream, I'm excited for a new Ichibe. Because technically speaking, we haven't received an anime Ichibe just yet. This was a fake one. It's a fake anime character. He released before, he was being made before Core 2 was finished. So, that's why this is like it's a manga panel art. Just like anime colors. So, I'm excited what they're going to cook up with Futen Taisatsuyo Ryo. But one of the examples terrible without the gauge. Fortunately, he has the gauge of Rampage. He does have the recharge, which makes him actually pretty good. 2 killers is actually nice. My only problem with this character when he came out was that he had no full stats immunity. He does have long strike built in, and he gets frenzy +1 and berserk 100%. So he does feel terrible to play with. He does. I don't like this type of character anymore. They didn't age the best. I think by default A. I don't, unless we want to say S tier. Look up Nini. We haven't done Nini just yet. Nini might be lower because She has no recharge. Def not S. I'll back A. I'll back A. We're in A. S though. In A. Top of A? Top of A? Mid A? Definitely better than these characters. I would say like here. Maybe just below. I'd say top of A. Are we fine with top A? Yeah, Aizen can inflict drain. Oh, only if he's hosting the lobby? Well, I couldn't inflict drain with Aizen in single player. But in co-op, I was able to inflict it. But I didn't get the SP boost. It's weird. But he's got no use. He's still like... It's a weird one though, isn't it? Because like he has like something going for him, you know? It's like he can be used, even if little. But on Momo, I think I'll back Momo. Because comparing to other attributes, A tier, it's kind of like these characters. Like if Bruno's in A, so should Ichibei. Squad Zero affiliation? To be fair, that doesn't matter much. If Squad Zero had its own Senkaman content, it's something to consider. But like you can just use captains. You don't ever have to use a Squad Zero character. Bruno much better? I don't know about that. I think Ichibei is more impressive when the boost is active. Nah, Ichibei came out like 7 months. Almost a whole year before Oetsu. Oetsu's way better. Because the problem with Ichibei and like Nini as well, and it might just be those two, their damage output is terrible when the gauge isn't active. With Oetsu, it's like his damage output's good when the gauge isn't active. And when it's active, it's even better. And then he also has like a better strong attack kit. He doesn't need to inflict stars, and he's like so much faster. So much faster. Next is Byakuya. I don't want to say B tier right now, but keep in mind, Byakuya has no Havoc, so keep that in mind. He was like the last of mid-month units releasing without Havoc. Yeah, so with Tendro and Oetsu, they released when they should have. Because for those that aren't aware, we talk about it a lot, but what Caleb like to do is base the soul bombs off the anime episodes. So with that, we don't get a new season of Bleach characters in-game until 6 months after the anime ends. That's why we know, because they did it during the 8th anniversary. Part 2 of the 10th anime is going to be the first set of Season 3 units, right? Because it's been over 6 months. It ended in December. Ichibei, Speed Senjumaru, and Kiryu released like 2 to 3 months after Season 2 ended. And like there was a lot of confusion because just based off the past trends, how did they get these characters out so quick? But it's because they made them during the episodes. That's why if we go to is it 2023? Like this character here, right? His soul is based off the manga, not the anime. It's like it's not completely different, but it's different. You notice the differences compared to other characters. So that's how they were able to get those characters out so early. I don't know why they did that. I feel like they could have just stuck to core 1. I don't know why they jumped to core 2, but so Byakuya, no SP boost, right? No SP boost, no Havoc. He's awkward. He's awkward. I feel like him and Kiryu would have benefited being Nad units. They are still anime characters, but they're more like manga characters with anime colors. I call them fake anime characters. Personally. Who's comparable to him? So, I guess Kiryu was C tier. He actually has a good kit. It's a beam, distant AoE into a full screen. It's like the good kit that this Ichigo has, but he just doesn't have Havoc, so it's not as good. B or A? It's definitely not S tier. He is better than Kiryu. I think probably B, because you just have like no range. He is better than Kiryu, I would say so. We can do it. We can do it. I'll pull real quick. It will be this. It'll be like this. Like low A or top B. Even then, then again, we're gonna... He actually might get better. Because right now, merely no affiliation, Parasol Shinji's not that good that you would use him over Oetsu. And Oetsu doesn't really need him. He kind of messes up Oetsu a bit when he can inflict stat elements. But part 2 of the anniversary is potentially going to feature a melee no affiliation unit. So you might actually use this character, assuming it's a Soripa, no guarantee. The upcoming unit might go with Byakuya, might actually make Byakuya bad if they're a Soripa. You know what, I'm gonna get a second, and that's not confirmed, Mohammed. It's... If you're basing off the description, apparently it was a copy and paste of the last trailer. But a part 2 trailer can just be... the reveal, you know. If we were to get a part 2 trailer, though, it's July 10th. It's around that. That's when we got the 5th anniversary one. I remember because it's my birthday. So I remember, like, 5th anniversary, 5 years ago at this point. I woke up to an anniversary trailer. And I wasn't too excited about an anniversary Byakuya, but, you know, it was fine. Again, it's like 50-50. Low A is winning, though. We never get 2 teasers? We do, it's just very rare. We haven't had it in years. 3rd and 5th Annie had 2 teasers. But then again, 5th Annie had 2 rounds of voting. You voted for one character, then you vote for the second character. In terms of who it could be. Personally, I don't want a second trailer. Because whenever we do get a second trailer, it makes it too obvious who the character is. And right now, it might already be obvious that it's Ichigo and Rukia. Even if there's like theories on why it might not be Rukia, you know, and stuff like that. But they usually make it too awkward. Sorry, too obvious when they do it. I don't know why we didn't get teasers for end of year. Usually, if we do get teasers, it's to like... I mean, they've done teasers in the past. I agree. I would like an end of year teaser. Not that fussed about it, but yeah. So, next up is Bambia. One of the few units that got hurt heavily hurt in GQ. Because she's technically a GQ without the skills. With the poison enemies. Because she has the charged barrage attack. That you want to like let it off fully to get a lot of the damage. And you just can't do that because poise. And she doesn't have any stat augment to stop the enemy. No increased stat augment chance. Personally, that barrage attack is awkward to use in and outside of GQ. I personally never liked that she has no way to stay at full stamina. Good damage output, you know. In a way, it's kind of comparable to other characters. Increased chances only to speed, by the way. Not to Soripas. Even in a GQ. Does anyone still use her in GQ? Okay, that's like, oh. She's just a Link. Yeah, kind of. What do you think the next Brave Out character will have? So we talk about in the upcoming video. I think, real quick, little side tangent. Right now, Arskin is the only character in Brave Battles that can reliably get his SA2 boost off. There's no technique character that can block debuffs and boosts from speed characters. So I'm expecting a Mila Rose, a ranged one at that, for the technique attribute that can boost, and maybe boost himself or herself, and block team boosts for speed characters. Because right now he's the only character that is like just free to use that SA2. Yeah, she had poise break should be good. I'd say like. Then again, I think low A. C tier. Who's comparable to Bambi? I mean, Aizen's B tier. We have to put a B, right? Then again, she could be A. Low A or top B. Because it's not like Aizen's like significantly better than her. Like, I would say probably... Here? We would say better than... Definitely, probably better than Rangiku. Yeah, she was also a Nuka right when Nukin died. You know? Hy-Vee? Art A, yeah. Probably top B then, right? I would say Hy-Vee. We'll do Hy-Vee. Jujiro. Probably A tier. He's actually... Oh, I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Here's what Soifon wishes she was. So right now, Jujiro is the team booster for Technique Soibas. So you give the 20% SAD. That stack with Mugetsu. Because Mugetsu stacks with attribute affiliation buffs. Or just affiliation buffs. So it stacks with Mugetsu. And you have the 40%. So... He's an Akon for Technique characters. Now again, to be fair, you know, like with Soifon we kind of ranked low because there's no one that can use it. Right now, only Shinji can use this character, but I feel like there's a chance we get, like, I feel like Technique has to be in the anniversary, part 1. And right now, the only theories besides an Orihime are Soibas. So I feel like, yeah, you have to be A tier for the support. Because again, compared to... Ooh, hold on. Do we have any support in A tier? Where's Akon? Akon's A. He is a plus 10 farmer. So... That automatically puts you in B tier, but then you also have the support aspect. Oh, I keep forgetting. Shinji's Shinji's a holo captain. Anitech Rukia, Power Ichigo. I can see it. Barrage Attack was a failed experiment by Caleb. Yeah. They could not. The thing is, right? Barrage can work. Now, to be fair, nowadays characters are like really good units for GQ are like one-shotting when you work on them. The idea was good. I think they needed to change it a bit more. Every barrage attack had like the same range. The problem with the barrage attack is that it didn't get everyone around you. It was only like in a cone in front. If they just like changed the range of it, I think it would have been fine. Surely it can't be tech again. Grummy was... The thing is, though... Not like it matters. It's not like I care about looking at the tier list, but... Speed has 2 SS. Part has 2 SS, even if you, like, disagree with the plot spots. Right now, like, Grammy's the only SS unit for Technique. Then again, Power and Mind are likely in Artist is only going to have 1 unit in SS. We just got a Power and Mind unit. We just got a Power and Mind unit for pre-anniversary. That was my prediction for the anniversary. So I feel like we shouldn't be getting another Power and Mind unit. Maybe 1 more Power unit? I don't know. And even then, there'll likely be a melee character that has a different killer. They're not really competing. So, Jushiro, what were we saying? Let me do a poll real quick. Power Mine in part 2? Well, to be fair, yeah, we could get 2 Technique units. I feel like we have to. Because, again, part 2, I think we're going to get a Technique Brave Hour unit. It's what the meta needs right now to counter Artigan, I guess. As long as it's not Heart Happy? Yeah. I mean, Harkonnen could go for another character. Technique is quite stacked, but again, we're not seeing any Soripus here. Besides Shinji. At least, like, what he actually is. If we are putting... Right now, A is winning for Jushiro. Do we stay here? But I think right below these characters is fine, right? Low A? I want to say above Orihime and Byakuya. I want to say that. Shoujo's up next. Link's of Farmer, Droplet Farmer. Who's he comparable to? In a way, Senjimaru, but not entirely. Probably B or A. He's just like this character. He's like definitely a B tier. I wouldn't say A. I don't need to even open his profile. He's a B tier. I would probably say better than Bambi. Because you have a better kit. Increased styles of enchantments, Frenzy 2. Yukio is a team booster for the ranged Espada GQ. No longer needed now because Byakuya, Okura does exist. Could have been an S tier, but only Flurry 1. So, probably above Gin. Now, Gin has Flurry 2. But you're a team booster. So what do we value more? Flurry 2 or team boost? Oh. For anniversary, we usually get an attribute except Red Hour. Oh, every attribute? Yeah. Yeah. Not all the time, but yeah. Is this around here? Do people use Gin? Nah, it's one of those weird ones, right? Like, on paper, he's good. The GQ phase just doesn't need him. Just doesn't need him. Probably above Orihime then. Same with you. You're another melee ranged Naj unit. I think you only have Flurry 1. We can fact check that real quick. Ranger Aranka doesn't need Noitora though. He's one of those weird ones that never ever got use. Only Flurry 1. Where did other Flurry 1 units get placed? Flurry 1 and GQ. I think Kisuke was one of them, but he had the debuff that I think we ranked higher. Oh, no, you also have Flurry 1. I think you're automatically B tier then. Where we put him in B tier, though? He was an end of month unit. Man, that banner stunk. To this day, I still smell it, bro. Rotten. Rotten. And Zapro was in that banner too. Where's Zapro? We put him in C tier because he had the boost. The team buff. He does have immunity? There's no way. What's that immunity for that week? Oof. No, he's got freeze. He's got freeze. No, it's burn, right? Ooh. Bro, what are we doing? What was this banner, man? It pisses me off to this day, blood. What was this banner, bro? We can't put him in C tier, right? Gin's in B. Gin's... Bomber B. Bomber B. Just because you technically can't use them, I guess. I don't know. Next is Momo. I'm not putting her in D tier, but placeholder for now. Momo's a +5 farmer. Is she +10? I think she might have been the first +10 unit. Oh no, +5. But she's the droplet drop, I guess. Damage out. This banner was also like super low damage output for some reason. She had value though with the soul trait. Comparable to her. C tier. Like this Halle build's basically the same, +5 and then 30 droplets. The links to potion soul trait helps, but I don't think it pushes her up high enough to anywhere. Because D tier is +5 potions. C tier is +5 and droplets. So C. I would probably... Would I put Con higher? Con's a better character damage-wise. I think in this case, I might actually rank Con higher for being a no affiliation character. This is one of the few cases I actually would say Con's being no affiliation makes him a bit better. I think that's fine. I don't think we'll put Aaroniero... I mean, we can do a quick poll. I say top C, but it could just be C. Next up is Gin. Really cool unit. Character I would actually like to have, to be honest, but I haven't really had much use of him. I haven't had chances to pull for him or so. So, Frenzy +2. Coin drop at 70%. 5% movement speed. Bit all over the place with this character. But he has a really good kit. Really good kit. He's a +5 farmer. Kind of forgot he was a farmer. Increased size and chance is actually quite good. Now, I think there was some moments where he was a bit annoying to use in IT because of the immunities and stuff like that. But Kaname is in B tier, so I think by default he's also B tier. Higher than these characters. I would actually higher than Bambi or lower than Bambi? We might not be getting a Senkaman this week. So if you look here, this is reset in 2 days. But the idea, the assumption right now is that they're all going to have the same reset date and reset right after the anniversary. So when this resets, it might come back in 2 weeks. When these are coming back in 2 weeks. And then when this resets in 9 days, it might have like a week left. Whenever they might all be resetting at the same date, essentially. Yeah, I'll probably back that. Top of B. I think it's good for him. Now, this character, Ilfort, is right now, we just used him in GQ, is a really good support. I think if Sun didn't exist, Ilfort wouldn't be as high as he's potentially about to be. Because like Jushiro, he is the go-to support for Technique Arankas. I think I made a video going over the Holo Senkaman, David. So, he's a +5 farmer. That's about it. But he's the go-to support for a Technique Ranka. So, fortunately, a Technique Ranka does exist. And it's Sun. So, if you're using Sun in GQ, you're likely using Ilfort. With that, do we just automatically put him in A? Because that reason? Or B tier? Because he's not a +10 farmer. And apparently, you want Aaroniero top of C? Uh-oh. Where would I put Aaroniero at? Top of C? So here, regarding the orb count for Senkaman real quick. Right now, it's a misconception that Senkaman gives us orbs. It's the opposite. Mr. Prince, is that the Mr. Prince? Is that you? Because again, right now, let me pull it up. Month 1, we got 495. But then we found, oh, welcome to Halter. Much love, G. Much love. Month 2 gave 705. Now, you might say, oh, it's because we had the extra 160, but it wasn't. They showed that they can reset twice in a month. So, in the future, even if we aren't getting the one-time reward bonus, it's still, like, we can still get 500 orbs a month. Right now, we're looking at 360 this month, which I guess makes up for this one. So right now we're potentially still on average around 600 orbs a month, just barely above. But we could get a new Senkaman next week to make up for it. The orbs are kind of all over the place. It is a bit confusing, I understand it, but orbs have not been nerfed for now. We have to wait and see, because again, we're also still in a process right now where we're kind of waiting for all the other affiliations to come out. And then again, like we're seeing now, right? It was weekly, but then now they're potentially all going to reset at the same time in 16 days during the anniversary. And then we also know the old towers are going to eventually return. So there's still a lot we don't know that they should probably say. But the orbs are not, right now, have not been enough. We've actually gotten more orbs. And this could go up to like 500 this month if we get another Senkamon tower, which we could get. We'll find out. Right, so yeah, Ilfor. Where are we putting Ilfor? A rocket stage are going to be impossible? Nah, they balance the HP. The Hollow Tower is relatively easy. Obviously, the characters is, you know, that you can use is a bit different. No affiliation might be the worst, but, you know. It is really just one character he's buffing. Let me see where Oak is, because Oak is in B. I feel like is Jusho too high then? For a lot of us, we might be fine on the rocket stage, to be fair. Jusho is the pot farmer, but at the same time, it's like, so is Momo. He does have the benefit of being both, but... Yeah, yeah. Alright, so let's put him in B then. Probably, where do we put him in B? Here? Above Bambi? Probably. Is what I'd say. Quincy goes next. Ilfort's +5. Just normal pots though, innit? Let me close that. Quincy Ichigo is probably an A tier. I would say here? High S? I don't know about S. I don't know about S. The thing he's got going for him is that he's the same range type and killer as Gremmy. So whenever they want you to use Gremmy, or whenever Gremmy's usable and you don't have Gremmy for some reason, you can use this character. And the recharge in between stages is nice, but his SA1 sucks. He does have good survivability. He doesn't really deal with the poised enemies as well, though. That's something to keep in mind. Does have 2 killers. I would definitely A tier. Above each of it, I might agree with that. Where did I have him last time? Let me check my last tier list. Last tier list had Ichibe above Ichigo. But I think I remember when I ranked them, they were both like basically the exact same. Open speed tier list. Yeah, no ban is worth summoning on right now. We are getting the rerun of New Year Ichigo. This one here. That's worth putting on. Should be. Hopefully the fillers are good. Yeah, I mean, if we agree that this character's better than Ichibe, I'll back it. I think he's more fun to use. I might give him the benefit of that. Next up is Little Toto. No, sorry, that's leading that. Same difference. You think Ichibe's better? I think the awkwardness in Ichibe is a bit awkward. That I might want to rank Ichigo. But again, they're basically the same, like you. Oh, 40% sad. Fronty one. Pierce Barrier. Oh, she was the arena unit. That's like how she was designed for arena. Because yeah, she gets Frenzy 1 and Long Stride and for Limit Break, I mean for arena she's not bad. Ish. The Pierce Barrier is what she had going for it. A weird character, because this is way after arena was kind of relevant. D tier? Because D tier is like Frenzy 1, like low Berserker. Or is it E? Do we even put... No, she has 60 sads. What's her... Does she have Havoc? Guard Break. Oh, she had the Lacerate. I can't remember. Who's she comparable to in another tier list? D tier was Havoc, right? No, these don't have Havoc. Yeah, I think it's just D. Just D. Because she has like a 60% Berserk. I guess she's got that going for her. And the technically increased stats and enchant is there. So yeah, D tier. Next up is Rukia. Signs of an Anniversary Rukia. Probably the same exact tier. They came out around the same time. Both were like Quincy killers. And she has the increased stats and enchants. Berserker 1, Frenzy 40. Technically a team boost here, but definitely better than Little Toe, but no Havoc. So honestly, I'm actually glad I got to do. I mean, I'm annoyed I got this rookie a couple of times instead of a banner unit, but this is now another character match transcended for my rookie collection. She's not better than Loto. I mean, when she has killer, she is. Did I say Loto? I mean Lilina. Yeah. My bad. I'm not sure. I guess top of D. Just it's basically the same character. Toshiro is next. This character's gonna be hit the most compared to our last to this because he was in like the same tier as Ichibe. Not anymore. Frenzy 1. 80% SP boost. Does have the heal. Throwback to when everyone thought that gauge heal was going to be for Yachiru. We thought we'd get a Blood War banner for the end of the year. Recharge. He's immune to every status element and he can share. That's pretty cool. Good strong attack kit as well. It's just the Frenzy 1. Oh, and he's actually... Hey, his damage output ain't too bad. If only he had Frenzy 2. He is or was Ichibe. But do we put him in A, though? We do. He's very similar to, like, end of year Ichigo. Like this Ichigo and Bruno, I guess. So what would be A tier? Where in A, though? I think you're better than these characters. Probably below... Rangiku? Or higher? Which is crazy if he is, by the way. Because, like, her damage output's so much higher, but her kit sucks. Quincy Jewett did come after, yeah. I'm just kind of admit him here. Nah, to be fair, he was still good, though. They're different killers. And he held down the Squad Zero GQ for a while. So, yeah, he had that going for him. Yeah, probably A tier. Like, he was, again, similar to him in, like, speed, maybe. It would be, like, these characters. Similar. Technically, you're similar, but I think he had more going from the gauge effect. And the damage output. Still very usable in GQ. Kind of. I'm fine with that. You're a Naj unit for GQ. That has no Flurry 2, right? So you're automatically B tier. Flurry 1, 30 Bruiser with the extra 20 and that extra 30. Does have the killer effect, the melee effect, but no Flurry 2 in GQ. So you would be B-Tate level? Yeah, we put him in B. Where in B, though, would we put? Probably lowest, right? Because, still use him? Fair enough. Definitely not needed in GQ anymore. Does he have guard break? No guard break. We put meter in C because of that, right? I know Renji got resurrected. I haven't actually made the graphic for him resurrected, but I don't think it changes anything. I'm a bit conflicted. So wait, do we put him in D then? There's no way to put him in D tier, right? Or C tier. I might put him higher because he has at least he has his resistance. It's probably the player. Tosha here is real. Tosha only has Frenzy 1, bro. Actually, hold on. I forgot. She has the gauge effect, don't you? What did you get for the gauge effect? I mean, he's like 3 years old at this point. 100 Berserker. That's actually... Okay, I kind of forgot his damage output ain't too bad. But I mean, look who's comparable. Like, these are like all meta units in S tier. You know, it's kind of fair for him to be in A. Next up is Rose. Not Bankai Rose. Based on usability. Not character design. That'll be a whole nother tier list. If that was character design, he might be like S tier. He would have been triple S if it was like adult Toshiro. So Rose is again another like fake Blood War character. Not really. But like this character released alongside his episodes in Core 1 where like he appeared for like 10 seconds. Berserker 40, Crystal, and he's basically just Con. But probably worse. Oh, and here's the speed droplet. D? What's his damage output? Frenzy 1, 40% Berserker. Yeah, basically just D. Because C tier is like +5 farmers and droplets. If he had a team support, he could have done something. Uryu, next up. He is a super Linkshell farmer. And that's about it. Droplet +5. Pierce Iron Skin isn't like that crazy anymore. Damage output's okay for his time. Decent strong attack kit. The SA2 kind of sucked a bit by not having that distant AoE first. With that, you're probably B tier at most, right? He's basically just Gin. I would say Gin's worse. Sorry, Oryu's worse. Here, below Chojuro, below maybe rank him higher than Chojuro because I probably care more about the super Linksort, and Droplet. Chojuro's more of just a Droplet. Above or below Chojuro? What are we saying? Below Chojuro? Don't worry about that. Wasn't Oda used over again? Maybe back in the day, because fun, you know, that sometimes the enemies would be immune to poison, and I think the Pierce Iron Skin was a bit better. But nowadays, you know, Linkshell farming is Linkshell Trials is super easy, and likely you're doing it in single player, so like damage output doesn't matter that much anymore compared to these two. If Linkshell Trials was still Inheritance Zone or Inheritance Trials, where like it was actually difficult and characters' damage output actually mad for farming content, maybe Odu would be higher. But now it's kind of like, Roka. Again, these characters released like back to back. Love this character's artwork. And for comparison's sake, not like it's the same, but this character was in C tier. So Roka has shared status immunity, 40% Berserker, Frenzy 1, 8% HP boost. Pretty much the exact same kit as Uryu, but like a worse SA one. But she has weakening. And she has the 40 side. I actually really like this unit. Her kit was just bad, essentially. It was like, if she had the distant AoE SA2, it would have been fine. But she didn't. That didn't happen until Gin came out. She was also an arena character more so. You wanted to like use her in arena. She was alright. I liked her. Other than that though, probably B? Who would she be comparable to? Yeah, it probably would be B. Like, she was kind of like 6 Annie Eisen level, or like Yoruichi level. Frenzy 1, more damage. I'd say B tier. Where would I rank her above these lot? Would I even rank her above these lot? Probably not, because they're not, at least they are farmers. I would probably say around here. But then it feels weird to put her below Bambi. Even though Bambi has a weird kit, probably still plays better. I mean, that's fine. I feel like we're maybe overvaluing Links of Farmers right now. Not really, because Kaname was also high B. Next up is Jushiro. Wedge unit. Freeze duration of the soul trait. Guild quest skills, but only Frenzy 1. Can technically buff Shinji. So right now he has that going for him. This guy, he has a good strong attack hit. It's like the... That's a beam forward, right? Beam, distant AoE, SA3 forward screen. Actual good kit, but killer sucked. You never used him in GQ ever. Even when there was like 5 characters. Right now he only has the buff going for him. But other than that, it's Frenzy 1, 60% Berserker. I would probably say top of... Maybe like lowest of C or like top D. Probably there. It's fine. Because yeah, you're basically like all these resurrectable units. Next up is Aizen. Again, Aizen's a weird one. Because as far as NAD units are concerned, outside of GQ, Aizen's like a god tier unit. Inside GQ, but boost and barrier, weakening all attacks, increased status and chance, flurry +1. Bruiser's not the highest, but 60% is pretty good. He does have the recharge with the gauge effect, most importantly. The gauge effect does give 100% more bruiser. A resurrection for this character can do crazy work. Give him flurry 2, W resurrection. Which they should do, right? They gave Kenpachi flurry 2. This character would be crazy upon resurrecting. Masaki was low A. Right? Yeah, low A. I think Aizen's better though. Definitely A tier. Where in A tier though? You think S? Let's do a poll. I wouldn't mind putting him in S tier just for the high A or low S. Like, I think both are fine, just based on his like PvE performance. Real quick, Danny, go toilet. So feel free to vote. I'll be back in a second. All right, voters saying low S is kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. Low S is kind of crazy. Low S is kind of crazy. Does Nemu out damage Aizen? I'm not sure. Attack boost is strong. I'm afraid to tell you that, yeah, Robert is better than him. The thing is, like, it's one of those ones where, like, Aizen has aged very well outside of GQ, but inside GQ, it's like, yo, not that good. He was the last attack boost character. Oh, no, or maybe it was Okura. Attack boost isn't... The reason why we don't see attack boost is because it's super inconsistent. You don't want extra RNG in your Guild Quest runs. And every NAD unit nowadays is for GQ. I might back the low S, just based on how good of a NAD unit he is. Like, just in a way, you could call like a respect tier. Like, if I was to use a NAD unit outside of GQ, it would be him. And no one else. Just based on that alone. Yeah, they could bring back the attack boost. We did say at the start of the year, because now every character has a Stars Summon Plus with the increased Stars Summon chance. They could bring it back. I'm sure they will eventually. I feel like that would be like the next power creep. At some point, he was viable for Limit Breaker. Yeah, I mean, it's... I mean, like, when Rangiku came out, we just used him. It's like, you know, it's kind of like that. If we ever get, like, a ranged Aranka, which we are getting for Part 2 Annie, I think, based on the GQ schedule, we might actually use him again in Limit Breaker. Unless that character is a power unit. Right? No, speed. If they're a speed unit, then you're not going to use him. Alright, now we have Bambi, to be fair. Bambi is better, yeah. Alright, well, I'll back the S. Like, most votes are saying low S. I'll do it for the respect, and just based on how different of a Najun he is outside of GQ. Next up is Oko. Something that maybe is a good thing they didn't do. For Brave Battles. By having like the counter attack and dodge. So 50% NADs. With the extra 30, flurry +1. No guard break. No guard break. So with that, you'll probably just see tier. I would probably say lower because you're not even using GQ. D? Yeah, probably, because he's like kind of Meninia tier, right? Meninia's C. But she has Flurry too. Yeah. I'll back a D tier. You like how much of the attribute? Yeah. It's kind of cool when they do stuff like that. Probably worse than these characters, right? Like, would I even use this character over, like... Where in D tier did we rank the NAD units? Like, here. Mid D, probably. I'll say that. Geo's the NAD unit. Another one. Still, like, somewhat... decent in GQ. I mean, I think people still use him. He has follow-up as well. That's kind of a rarity. Better bruiser value at 90%. More melee damage. And he's got break, finally. Like, yeah, Geo's still decent. I actually think I still used him until I got Driscoll. Because then I just used 2 SP characters. No immunity, you're right on that. Again, who would he be comparable to in... It's B or C? Yama does. There are better options. There are better options. Yama's hard to get. He'll probably be in the anti-banner, honestly. The speed jammer. I can probably back B. Because, yeah, the guard break does make him better than these characters. Question is where, though? Probably low B? I don't think I'd ever use him over the other lot. I think low B's fine. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do we actually move down Noritora and Kaname? Now, Ona Juniors do need follow-up. That is a good shout. Because I'm looking at this tier list. C tier, which is what they are in, only consisted of this Nat character had guard break, right? You're a team booster. And you had Flurry 2. You're Flurry 1, Flurry 1, Flurry 1. These had no guard break. So I think we do move them down. B tier for this attribute you had a debuff. You had a debuff. And they also had GQ skills. But Flurry +1. So then that puts Geo here, right? I think it's fair. I'll probably rank them higher than Rose, though. Gin's still a Flurry 2 unit. So, like, he's basically Red Super for merely Captain. Even if he's not needed that much. I think he still just becomes A tier for that factor. Even though a lot of us might not use him, I think Gin does have that. I think Gin's still useful. I think for a new player, you're more likely to use Gin in that GQ than you are to use a Max Transcended. You know, because why don't we use Gin? It's most likely because we have a Max Transcended Yachiru to use with Senjumaru or something like that. I think is why I don't use him. And Gin does buff Soribas, so he buffs actually like Yachiru and Senjumaru, right? Technically. I think this is fun. I think C is a good spot for him. Next up is Kisuke. Ooh. So he's 40% Berserker, more damage to Lacerate. Again, this was the arena era of characters. Frenzy 1 does have long stride though. Sorry, Havoc. Increased stars and chance at least every 5 seconds, right? Against any enemy. Good in arena. That's about it. Definitely better than this character. Low B? Next to Lynette? There's only Frenzy 1 to be fair. These characters have SP boost. Where do we put other... Yeah, Momo was D tier. So you would likely be D tier as well, right? Probably high D. Because, yeah, no SP boost. No Frenzy 2. So you can't really get put in here. Again, like, your damage output's very similar, but at least you have the farming aspect. At least he has the farming and boost aspect. So, yeah. That makes sense. And in terms of damage output, which is all this character has, Con does gap him. I think D tier is fine. I think D tier is fine. Chad was also D or C? It was E. E tier he is. Kuriyashiki. If we ever were to do best art in the game, I think he is a top 5 contender for best art in the game. The GOAT. Flurry 2. It's what he has going for him. In that case, under high stamina, short 50% or 30% more. This was the last ditch error. C? B? D? Who's he comparable to? Am I going to die? But the thing is, like, if you were, to be fair, if you were going to make someone a Brave Battle unit, it is him. Like, Kenpachi is Kenpachi. You don't make him, I mean, they made him Brave Battle characters, but, like, out of the 3 Kenpachis that came out in that banner, Adashiro has more importance. He's, like, the main villain, technically. Kuryoshiki is kind of like a... Kuryoshiki's there, it's just so Adashiro can become Kenpachi. Is basically it. Like, he was such a... Not a relevant character, but he was just there to set up Adashiro. To become Kenpachi. He gets killed super quick. Super, like... You know, he was what was it? He got invited to the Soul Palace. Like, he was that guy. Best friends with, like, Shunsui. Would love to know more about him. But unfortunately, yeah. And super solid Bankai right that he can't use. No guard break, though. I remember when he came out, that was, like, the most annoying part about him. Because I think NAD units in this time were getting guard break. He just didn't get it. So, for comparison's sake, he is... Is it C? No. Mila Rose is... No, Manias is C tier. He's, Does he also get C tier because of Flurry 2? Was that the thought process back then? Because, Yachi only has Flurry 1. And she's, D tier, so they can't really be in the same tier. Probably that. No. He has guard break. It's a weird one. Definitely not better than Geo. Grimjar's next. Frenzy 2. That's basically all he has. It's just Frenzy 2. Super Links of Armor. So he is a B tier. Probably worse than Iryu. He was one of the first characters I Frenzy 2. And in part 2 prediction, I think the logo freeze for part 1, Rukia. But in part 2, it melts back to the old logo and we get a Shunsui and Yama. I'm here for it, but we don't ever get trailers that tease both parts, you know. But I like that theory. I'm down for a Shunsui Yama. Abi Rama, I think, is a character still used. Did he have guard break? I feel like he did. This was the era when they had it, right? He had guard break. 90 Bruiser. Basically 110. Killer effect and range. I think it's a solid... is that A tier? Because he's basically Yukio tier. I feel like he's better than Yukio, though. Even though Yukio has the boost. Or is that B? I think with how he required it, it is a B tier. Because he's basically Gin. He's basically Gin. Yukio has the advantage for being a team booster. Probably Lobby, though. He's only Flurry 1. Did Gin have Flurry 2? I feel like we should have done this like last week. Or like 3 weeks ago before. Techniques, I don't think I hate technique. It's just sometimes attributes just get less, you know? He does have the immunity. Yeah, I think this is a weird one now. How we're ranking these characters. We need to... Because if Gin's B tier... Technically, Geo should be B tier as well. Below Chojuro? What about the speed attribute? Because Kagero's is B as well. And you're Flurry 1. You're basically what Abirama is. So I feel like, yeah, if you're a high Nad unit with Flurry 1 and Guard Break your B tier. I think that was the thought process. Where would I rank him though? When we did this. So Kagerou's like mid B. I'd say here probably. Probably around there. Next up is Renji. I'm looking at it. It's been a minute since we've last done it, so like I'm kind of forgetting why we placed why or certain units. There is a lot of characters. I feel like he's still the go-to Nad unit though. I mean now Momo exists to be fair, but Momo buffs him, right? Your Frenzy 1, no Havoc. Does have the transformation effect. And he is a team booster for Technique Soribas that stacked him Mugetsu. But no Havoc. So... probably D tier. I'd say so. Because you're basically Kisuke, essentially. But worse killer. It's definitely a D tier. I think the transformation effect puts him above. Because that gives him the increased thousand chance, right? And let him do a bit more damage. Kisuke I'll probably say better. He has better kill actually, to be fair. And oh yeah, Kisuke had Havoc, didn't he? Yeah, now we're kind of all over the place. Hold on. D tier I think was still... There was non-Havoc units in it, right? I think he's more an E then, right? Yeah, I think E tier was low Berserker, no Havoc. And D tier was like Havoc. I think that was like the thought process. Does the increased Dazzling chance for 10 seconds when the boost is active, the transformation is active, make him stand out? Probably not. No of his killer effect. So these are E tier then characters, right? Are we messed up here? I feel like we should have moved down earlier. So yeah, next time we should probably just write like Havoc. Just make it like easy for us. But if we continue tomorrow, we'll remember this. So I guess these all move down then, right? Because they have no Havoc. We've done GQ already. And yeah, your D tier. It's like Nad units went there. Rosal droplets, how about that? From there. Retsu though. Where's Retsu gonna go? It's gonna be weird putting her in B tier. I feel like that's where she might land. Because she has no SP boost. At one time was the best unit. She's basically 690 Eisen tier. And Eisen's B tier. A? I don't know about A. No SP boost. Berserker's low. She does have the extra full stam. Weakening and Drain was a great combination to have. The Charge Strong Attack 3 hasn't aged the best, but it was good for a time. But yeah, if we're putting Eisen B tier, 690 Eisen. B tier, I feel like she has to be B tier as well. Where in B tier though? I feel like maybe her... Here? I know she's not a farmer. But I still feel like top B is really good for her. I think I'm fine with that swap. The farmers do have a bit more usability over her. And like equal enough damage output. Because Shoujo at least has the damage output to, like, contend with her, and also the droplets. I think I'm fine with that. If we are fine, we can move on. Next up is Tsukishima. Probably Kisuke here. Drain and everything. 4% Berserker. 1 damage of full stamina. Frenzy 1 Havoc. I think I preferred his gameplay over Kisuke. Because the drain. His SA2 is not the greatest, but I think I preferred it over them lot. D tier, yeah, definitely a D tier. Yeah, I think the most unfortunate part about Fullbring is like they don't get anything good. Not anymore. Only Ruroki gets good characters because she's like a waifu, I guess. No one else gets it. He had a seasonal once, but that was by it. Rahime is going to be our first +5 farmer that like has nothing else going for her. It's just +5. Just +5. So that's D tier, right? Because Retsu's D tier. Retsu may actually move up. Do we move Retsu up now, actually? Because she's +10, technically. Does that move her up to C tier? I'm going to have to make a graphic. I kind of forgot to talk about resurrectable characters. I mean, Aaroniero +10. So is Retsu. I think with Shuei. Shuei is a +10 as well. But Shuei has the theme buffs. So that moves Retsu up, right? Because you're +5. You're +5. She's +10. Yeah, I think B tier for Retsu is... His kit is worse, but he has the sad boost. He has that usability. Like, you can use him. His kit ain't even that bad. Oh, her kit is worse? No, Retsu's a good kit. Her SA one's not good. I'm spoilers already for Annie? What are you talking about? This is the +10 farmer, I'm pretty sure. The +5. Oh no, yeah, he does have yeah, I think it is the other speed Shuei. Yatsu only S, bro. Yatsu is 2 years old. She is 2 years old, brother. Look who's in SST. It's like the best of the best, you know? I think the +10 just puts her up here. It's just because of that. And her damage output's fine as is. I think it is a low B. Again, if we look at B tier in Heart, +10. You're +5. But, yeah. She was she's super plus. Yeah, I think +10s do get to B tier. Again, Mila Rose is +10 as well. Aaroniero's +10. And it's not even like Aaroniero's damage output's like super high. He just has the increased chance. I think Retsu's fine here. So shout out to Retsu's Resurrection. But, moving on to that. +5 farmers are just D tier, right? Yeah, because you're 5. You're D tier as well. But she has no Havoc. Do we... Wait, did she pick up Havoc? I think she did. I can't remember. Rahime has Havoc. You still have Yatsu? Hopefully get it soon. Yeah, your boy, YJ, it's, Yatsu right now, if you've been playing this game for a while, it's like you're comparing a max transcended Yatsu to 1-5 new units. Like, I know people still use Yatsu, so it's like, you know, she's still really good. She's still really good. Because you use her in GQ still, like, she's the best lead for... Not best lead, but you can use it in Mili Soriba, Mili Captain, especially with Senjimaru. But that's just very convenient for her that she can be still used. But again, you're only doing that if you have max transcended. So I think she's C tier. Yeah, we had the awkward part. I'm trying to think. Is it just D tier? Who's a +5? You're +5, but no Havoc. You're no Havoc either, but you have the droplets. Do we not have anyone that's like Rukia? Sorry, Like Aaroniero, that's just like a +5 farmer with Havoc. I guess we could do low C. Because she is better than Rukia, I guess. But let me double check. I think Rukia does have Havoc now. What's on this page? Oh. 40 Havoc. The barriers are nice. I do like the barriers. Tesla was the team support too, right? Yeah, she picked up Havoc. So I guess it is D tier then, top of D. Because technically she's the same as Rukia. So I guess the Havoc, I don't think we cared about the Havoc. I think it was just more so like, oh, she has +5. I think that was the full process. Giselle's aid? Yeah. On Reddit, yeah. I mean, Giselle's an unfortunately controversial character. That some people are too passionate correcting other people with you know what. What do you think the bunker? I think you're on the 18th, maybe 17th, 15th. Nah, because I thought it could be announced soon. I'd say 18th. Sergeant next up is the Nad unit. Killer effects. Fly +1. No guard break. D tier. So I'm still like super gassy. The annoying part for me, right? Like, not to go on this whole Giselle thing, is it's just more so like every time Giselle gets a new character, bro, Mandim just have to correct you in the comments, like, yo, she, like, bruv, like, we're not here to talk about Mandim's gender, you know? E tier for Sergeant? Is it not the same as these characters? At least he has the status advantage. I think D tier was fine for these characters. Next up is Ruaka. I think also D tier. I'd say better than this character, though. Better than Sergeant. Because she has, does she have guard break? I feel like she might. I remember her being usable. She does have guard break. Okay, and the droplets. Okay. So we push her up to C. Better than Geo, I would say so. And in a way, technically Ruaka is still a bit more usable. To be fair, though, shout out to the subreddit mods. They do remove some of those like toxic comments. So I think I'm fine with putting Geo above. So we're putting Ruaka above Geo. Technically, Ruaka is still a bit more sought after because not everyone has Retsu as like the go-to Nad unit. That Oku's a mini. Oh, this Okura? He has 22, right? I think Oak has some team buffs going for him. Let me check. I know some people still use Okura in Brave Battles for some reason. I think it's because that's Soripa dodge. Havoc, Frenzy 1, 60% Berserker. And chance to inflict. It's basically just Kisuke tier. All these cards are the same. I'd say you're pretty better than Kisuke. That's about it. He had Frenzy 2, but not in GQ. Sorry, not in, only in Arena. Wish they release. The thing is, they can release more. Again, we spoke about it before. Like, who's similar? Because we're getting a lot of Nad units to have, like, increased Stars Summon chance. They could. Do we have any, like, other to this? No, none of these inflict Stars Summons. Like, none, I think, was the first one, but I don't think we've had a speed unit. Well, like, Rangiku, right? She has an increased Stars Summon chance. Apache has an increased Stars Summon chance. They could have had the attack boost. They really could have. Shuhei. is a melee Naj unit. Never really used. 50 bruiser. Slow. Again, was kind of an arena unit with the dodge and the slow. Slow kind of found a place in arena, but not anymore. Not much anymore. Flurry +1. No guard break. You're kind of just like detail, I guess. Like here. Well, I think you have the status increase. I think you're probably there. I don't think E just yet. I think, let me see, wait, where do we rank the E units for Naj units in E? Yeah, I think E is no flurry. E Naj unit is no flurry. So keep that in mind. If you're a low flurry, no guard break, you're D tier. If you are a flurry Naj unit with guard break, you're probably going to be C tier. I think that's the thought process. When we ranked those units last time. Barak, one of those weird ones. Like, he had melee damage in GQ. Never really used him. Good kit. No havoc, though. So, E tier. I'd probably say Chad. No, these cards are better. I'd say you're here. Artbook time. Artbook is so weird, because, like, he came out when Eisen was there. So you kind of think Artbook is better, or artwork. But it's like, bro, it's Frenzy 1. And 60% Berserker. That's like so low nowadays, you know. I don't know if he's even B tier, bro. It's Frenzy 1 and Berserker. I think it's low-key C, you know. I think you want to say B tier because he came out with Eisen and you all remember him being like the best with Eisen. But Eisen always aged better. Like, he has no increased damage chance. Frenzy 1, 60% Berserker. Like, in a way, he has, like, the same damage output as these characters. You know? Now, technically, we should be putting him in D tier. Compared to how we're ranking the other characters. If anything, though, like, maybe we just give him the respect C tier for the culture. Yeah, the second one could help him, but I think at the same time, in terms of playability, he's still super fun. Like, he has the all-star immunity, the extra flash steps, the long stride. I think that's something to consider. And he has a good strong attack kit. And, again, potentially could get resurrected next week, in 2 weeks. Potentially. If they want to do anniversary resurrections, him and Eisen should get resurrected in 2 weeks. Which is crazy to think about. Not guaranteed, but... but yeah, the holo does help him. I want to say better than Soifon. Even with their team boost. Just for the culture. A tier? Nah, because look at A tier. A tier has Frenzy 2. 80% SP boost. You know? Like, not God tier farmers, but really good farmers. Gauge effects. He literally only has Frenzy 1. And B tier is Frenzy 1 SP boost. Or Frenzy 2. Everywhere. You know? So I think, yeah, C tier is probably the best for him. Because B tier has Frenzy 2. Increased status and chance. He has, like, nothing on Gin. Not anymore. Yeah, that's what he only has Frenzy 1. He came out before Eisen a week before, so Frenzy 2 wasn't a thing. But the Resurrection could save him. Frenzy 2? SP boost? Would be pretty good. If they want to do that. Next up is... What's her name, bro? I need to remember this. Senna. Hopefully resurrects too, because I don't have this character. Frenzy 1. Droplet. Berserker. No Havoc? Oh. Oh, no innate skills? Eesh. That's Rose level. Even worse, because Rose is 30%. You're E tier. Probably lower than these characters, to be honest. Where's the 17 droplets? Well, she got resurrected. Kugo was the first 30%, right? Where was Kugo? Kugo was D tier, so I think you are C. Sorry, E. Yeah, Mashiro, I think, pushed her up with the resurrection. And she was given Havoc, too. I believe so. Unless I'm wrong. Yeah, definitely E. Definitely E. Probably higher than these characters, just for the droplets. I guess. Next up is Uryu. Can one fighter get a clear Nightmare GQ? Probably, but it depends on your sides. It'll definitely be a bit awkward. You're Frenzy 1, right? Frenzy 1, 20% Berserker, does have Havoc, and also +5 potions. I think that's a D tier. Because you're basically this level. Increased Dazzlement and chance makes me want to put you higher than Orihime, but probably not. I could, yeah. Where do we put Tatsuki? Should be like E tier, right? Or D because she has Flurry 1. Oh, she's C tier. Damn. Okay. Because that's the team boost. I guess that's what we put a C tier? Yeah, C tier because boost. Kusaka. Well, E tier Nad units are no Flurry. I think is what we did. So if you had Flurry, you'd be D tier, and I guess because she had a team boost, we put her C tier. Kusaka is Frenzy 1, 20% Berserker, with the extra 40%. Man, Power Creep really kicked itself up when we got to, when we got to 6 Annie. So we can probably just start mashing these ones out. You're D tier. You have Havoc. So D tier. I'd say these characters damage output's higher, so I'll probably put you above Sergeant. We are definitely in the trenches. It feels weird to have like 6 Annie units. Like around 6 Annie. Be like so low. Zenbon Zakura. Was he even given guard break? I mean Flurry? He was. He had follow-up, damn. Okay. You're still D tier. Wait. 40 Bruiser. I want to say here. Because you have no immunity. What's below F? Like all these. Well, actually, almost done. Damn. All these characters are F tier. These old ones. Shinji. Almost clicked on the wrong Shinji. You are Frenzy 1. 20% Havoc. That means you're D. I would say below Kusaka because you have a worse kit. Nelliel was the first character, I believe, to have Guild Crest skills. Yeah, she had the melee damage in GQ. I think she was the first one. So Floyd +1. Bruiser, you're basically just D tier again, I think. That's how we do it. I would say it's basically Economy. But Economy has no immunity. We're putting Nelliel first, above. Mayuri, I think, was another Flurry 20 Berserker. Frenzy 1 unit. 20% Berserker. Droplet, though, at 17%. You're basically Barragan tier. Where's Barragan? Barragan's E tier. But you have Havoc, so D. Below Rose, probably. Rose at 50%, right? Is 1.2 million battle power? I'm not too sure, to be honest. I don't really keep track of the current battle power. It's alright, it's alright. You'll get there. We'll get higher eventually. Links up your characters. That's like how you get like super high battle power. And to be honest, battle power doesn't matter much. Like if you only worked on like the good new meta units, you know, your account technically could be better than like a 4 mil. Technically. Kakaosai Grimjaw we have here in Beats. He's just a Linkshot farmer. Just a super pop farmer. 9% of units and you're only 1.2 mil? Really? Unless you only have like that, only like a small amount of units. Nemu's probably higher. Nemu has, again, only Frenzy 1. Oh, no, she got resurrected. Hold on. 60% Berserker, Frenzy 1, increased 1,000 chance. Okay. That puts you a bit high in D tier. I would probably say better than Kisuke. Until Kisuke resurrects. Any tips on 2.5 Yuha? I'm not too sure. Just hope you have Nadu units and keep them protected somehow. But if you need to give your Nadu units last ditch, do it. Because Yuha can do some damage, but your Nadu units need to, you know, put in the work. Rangiku is Frenzy 1, no Berserker, or low Berserker, no Havoc. Even after resurrecting? Oh, she does have Havoc, okay. Lucky for her, I guess. That puts her above Baragon. Probably below Mayuri. Basically below Mayuri. I think it's fine for her. Grimjow. One of those units with good damage output, but no Havoc. And I don't think he got it upon resurrecting. He did. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Guard Break 2. I feel like right below Nemu. It's fine for her. Him. He is a good link. Yama is Frenzy 1, 60% Berserker. More damage to burn. Guard Break, Havoc. Again, just D tier. Because he's basically, to be fair. If we're putting up, then again, Art Book, I guess, is the hollow. Because he's like the same as Art Book. Maybe a bit. Maybe you can make a case that he's better, but again, we're being a bit biased towards Art Book, I'll be honest. Yeah, you're around here. Does he have the increased chance? No, he has the burn every like 12 seconds. I'll say that. You chose Afani. If you picked Afani Ichigo, that maybe wasn't the best choice. But then again, the character you should have picked in the 100 million ticket, if you're talking about the one that you got for logging in, the choose a 6-star, not the Brave Battle one. You should have picked Nainfani Kenpachi or Gremi or Mugetsu. But maybe not that big of a deal because hopefully you get them during the anniversary. Unless you already had them. You know? So yeah, it's not that big of a deal right now because you can get them soon. Nini has potential to get resurrected hopefully soon. So your Frenzy 1, 60% Berserker, Havoc. Again, you're all just around D tier. I'd probably say you're better than Shinji. Hey. Maybe I'd be biased. But they're all D tier, bro. I don't think anyone cares that much about the placements for her. Potential chance to get better. Flurry 1, she actually brought back Long Reach. So she had something special going for her. Does have Guard Break though. Okay. Surprisingly. So, Site? With Geo? Below? No affiliation too. She does have that going for her. Are we still saying D tier? Even though she has Guard Break? Is free Yuha better than one Mugetsu? Probably, but you can use both. If you have Yuha, Mugetsu, and Shinji or Kensei, like the NAD buffer, you can just use both. Sangdu or Yuha? Sangdu might be easier for you to use. No, Kukaku does have Guard Break. Yeah, Sangdu might be easier to use. The thing with Yuha right now is like he has like no protection for your team. Sangdu has the barriers and also the freeze. I would probably use Sangdu. She had more Berserker than Bruiser? Oh, was she? Yeah, no, she was the weird one, right? She picked up like 60 Berserker for some reason. Yeah, her Berserker went up by 30%, but her Bruiser stayed the same. So, like, I remember DMing Molly Prim, like, yo, is this... Oh, I said in the videos, like, yo, is this right? Like, what's going on? I know you never get it wrong, but, like, it was a bit confusing. But that's just Kelab being Kelab. Ichigo was Ite, right below Chad. Where's Chad? Have I moved Chad? Am I blind? Oh, Ite. We are now 5 years later. Did we have guard break? Who's got guard break with in detail? I think if you had guard break, you're automatically put into C. Or you had a team boost. Because he has guard break. Yachuru? Yachuru didn't get guard break. She's in D. So Kukaki having guard break put in C, right? You have enough. You have new renewed Byakuya. Should you go for Ice on save orbs? It depends on how much orbs you have. I would say save. I would say save. Because Byakuya, oh no, Aizen's really good. But like anniversary coming up. There's like 2 big banners you're gonna want to have to pull on. Not even want to, have to. Right, 40% Berserker with the extra 20%. 20% Havoc, guard break. Standard stuff. No status procs though. Does have element reversal. I would still say D tier. A bit more damage than Artwork, but worse kit. Where's Oryu? Oryu probably burned here. Probably. He is a really good link, but I don't think we're gonna rate him on the link. Kenpachi though. It's like, okay, finally. So one of the weirdest resurrections of all time. Oh wait, it hasn't been updated. Let me pull it up. Do I not have it? Hold on. That is... I'm trying to find the graphic. I had it saved somewhere, but I can't pull up. Okay, let me just go on. So Kenpachi has basically 100% Berserker and Frenzy 2 and is also a +8 farmer with long reach and guard break. He has guard break, yeah, guard break. Like, absolutely insane for a resurrection. Absolutely insane. So, any Najun I think has some real good potential in the future. Where does that put him? Like, we've never had a character like this. It's such a weird one. You're still not... It's a weird one because you're not going to use him in GQ. You're not going to be using him in GQ, but, like, he has kind of, like... Is it just automatically A? See? It feels weird, though, right? Flurry 2, plus 8 farmer. Maybe B. Because if I can damage output, like, A, he maybe deserves A. Because, I mean, these characters are A tier. But obviously, they're because they're boosters. It is a weird one. All that damage for nothing, yeah. Yeah, let's just put B. Let's put B. Below now? Because, realistically, you're going to use him for farming. And he only has plus 8. So, like, right below now. Although, personally, now I kind of want to do this. I think that's better. Because, like, realistically, I'm more inclined to use him now. Ginzuru actually also got a pretty good resurrection. It's one of the few characters to get an increased chance. To everyone in the attribute. Just the speed characters. That's actually pretty good. 60% Berserker, Havoc, Sprinter +1. Does that get him into C tier or D tier? Is it still D? You accidentally put Giselle in S instead of SS? I'll see what did that. I feel like better than these characters because it's increased chances to everyone. Everyone in the attribute. Where, like, these lot don't have it, or they do have it to, like, one killer. So I kind of want to put Ginzuru above them. And also... Oh, real quick. This is something to consider. So, we don't have to go through this problem, right? But there is some stages in story where you need to get 30 hits. Get the 30 hit combo to get the 5 orbs. And essentially what new players are now experiencing, if they don't push through story straight away, if you work on your affiliation bonuses and your attribute tree, you'll eventually find out that, damn, I'm doing too much damage. Even for 1 stars. So I know some people are now using Ginzuru and Yoruichi Soichi, to have the side character do it. So they can get up the hits, because the side character level 1 doesn't do anything. Use level 1. I've heard some people like struggle to even do that. Did Chojo have an increased chance to everyone? I mean, it's still D tier, right? I think you would also be D tier. Flurry 1 everywhere. Level 110, so I did hear about that, yeah. The Ray Tensor. I was going to ask team support. I remember when he came out, I was like, yo, actually, hold on. Team support? No way. But nah, it was only the technique. Flurry 1, 30% Bruiser, 46. I think he's like the lowest of low here in D tier. Ichigo. The desert version. Or dessert version. I think they said like that. Flurry 1, no guard break, right? No guard break. Another D tier unit. Probably just a bit better than Senmon Zakura, I guess because he resurrected. Probably not. Aizen. Can transform. Can transform. He was actually one of my go-to units for a while. Like, he was my go-to tech character for a while. Just for reference sake, where do we put Kenpachi? Although Kenpachi is better. He's D tier. I think automatically he's D tier as well, right? Frenzy 1, guard break. Oh, no Havoc, right? No Havoc. Ooh. Do we still put him D tier just for the transformation? I feel like he's Yeah, it's a weird one. Yeah, let me see who... No Havoc is here, right? In E tier. I think he's a bit better. Even though he has no Havoc. We did put Renji in E. But I feel like his killer's better. Even like it don't matter much. But I feel like the transformation and killer effects. Because his transformation resets his strong attacks, right? I'll put him in like bottom of D. Just for the transformation. Oh, Wetsu though. Would a Wetsu go A? No booster though. Because he has guard break, he has a high bruiser, 80%. Man, if only this character got the flurry too. With the boost. No booster though, no booster. B? Because these we have an A. And Owetsu is... But then I feel like they're a bit more usable compared to Soripa. There's no one in speed like him. High B. I might back the high B. Because, yeah, like... Tokinari doesn't have a booster, but he has the transformation. Masaki, I think, has the booster, right? But she has the barriers, and she's actually still useful. Just for her GQ phase, only having Apache to recently replace her. And the same with Shinji. Is still used, but I've never used... just due to, like, the Soripa Guild Quest phase, I've never used Owetsu. You kind of have to force yourself to use him. Good in Senkaman, though. For, like, I think there's a few others, but... High B. I'll back the high B. Highest to B? Yukio does have guard break, right? Because seeing Yukio above him is kind of funny. But I guess it makes sense. Harley Bell. Let me just double check Yukio. I think he did have guard break. He did, okay. It feels weird to... I mean, it makes sense Yukio's better. But it feels weird to have Yukio above Owetsu. I don't know why. Right, Harley Bell had, I think, Havoc when she resurrected, right? Good soul trait. Basically 100% Berserker. With the booster skill. Not like that matters, but she has the Frenzied Havoc. Did she get the guard break? She did get the guard break. And more... Ooh, she had a good resurrection. Okay. Definitely art booked here. Did I put her in C tier? Did that push up into C? Because the damage output's quite good. Good killer. The booster matters. Like, for media rank, I don't think you would use her, but like, you need the barriers. You need the booster. I'm actually think she's better than Artbook. I feel like here is fine for her, you know. Are we saying high C or low C? I think C tier is fine for her. I think she stands out a bit more compared to D tier. I'm fine with putting her below Con. Are we good with this? Is this fine? Because yeah, Resurrection did a lot. Like she got what, 60% Berserker plus the 20 there. It's like 160% Berserker. Essentially, if you combine this. Guard Break, Havoc, Barrier, and Booster. Rook is up next. Any character, oh my god. Oh my god. No Havoc for her, right? No, she did get it. It's the next go, yeah. This is the Havoc area for GQ. Sorry, for Resurrections. Frenzy 1. 40 Berserker. At least that's Havoc. The damage up is quite low. I'm still like here. Below Shinji, probably. Definitely. I do hope that Arbor can eyes on the next Resurrections. Not guaranteed, but potential. Because maybe the trend is like every 6 months we get one? Is it? No. Because 3rd Annie Oak was end of year. 4th Annie was anniversary. 5th Annie was end of year. Does that technically mean 6th Annie is anniversary? I feel like they should do it because Aizen's already been remade. No need to stall his resurrection, you know? And they did swimsuit, so we aren't getting a Calm for Your batch next end of month. Or this upcoming end of month. Frenzy Havoc, 60% Berserker. You're basically like a worse version of Rukia. Havoc is higher though, but your kit's worse. Character that aged the best? Right now it might be Yachiru, unironically. Like she's... Who's 2 years old that we still use? Like if we look at S tier, besides Aizen, because we might be biased towards him. I think Yachiru's the oldest character still in S. Oh, Kyogei, yeah, Kyogei is about to be. Kyogei's up there too. But I think Yachiru's aged back because we still use her. Even if it does mean... Oh, Uryu's also good, yeah. Uryu and Yachiru, I think, are like some of the... Like, maybe fast thoughts. Right, Byakuya is... Frenzy 1 Havoc. Low Berserker. You're basically like Rukia. I'd say worse than the Najun just because you have a worse kit. I'll put it like that. Stark. I don't think Stark got a super good... Oh, wait, Stark got SP boost, didn't he? Oh, he didn't. Oh. Not as good as a Resurrection as Hannibal. So, probably a D tier. 60% Berserker, basically. More damage to burn. No increased Dazzlement chance. 21 Havoc. Guard Break. Definitely a D tier unit. I would say... Above Shinji? No, above you. Maybe, yeah. I think it's fine. Good link, though. Hiyori is Flurry 1. 29? Oh. We're getting to like the low Ds. I think you're better. With the killer. And poison duration. Is it E? Do we have any... No, I think E is literally just flurry, no flurry. I think E is straight no flurry. Oh no, you had no flurry, but you had no bruiser at all. I think, to be fair, in Kenpachi's case, he has like a worse nat string. Like, at least Hiyori actually like still has a decent enough nat string. D, because Yachu's in D as well. I think Apache's nat string was just worse. Why Tendra above Giselle? We put him up that high for his GQ purpose. Like, he's like the best team booster for Soripers. Obviously, outside of GQ and everywhere else, Giselle was better, but that thing that Tendra has is a bit... yeah, Yachiru, I think we could probably move down, you know. I wouldn't say Kenpachi got the short end of the stick for anniversary. I mean, I get Compared to Grammy, probably. We'll come back to her. Let's try Lisa real quick. And no, I wouldn't say Kenpachi got the short end of the stick. Anniversary, he was insane for a different reason. And as far as GQ is concerned, he's going to age better than Grammy. Because Grammy can't get like 57 like second men in that like Kenpachi can. Obviously, Grammy's always going to have that support value. He's better outside GQ, so he is the better character. But even like Canfield Kenpachi was really good. He was the best in the banner. Before that, the Safwi one was also like the Nad unit was a good Brave Battle character for the time. He's not had a crazy run, but you know he's not had it too bad. Frenzy 1, no Berserker, 16%. We're definitely pushing Eater here. No Havoc? Yeah, you're like here. You're the worst kit. You're like here. Renewed back here better than Anniversary Kenpachi? Outside of GQ, yeah. Outside of GQ. In GQ, Kenpachi's still like probably the best character. With Ichigo. Take care, Chico. We'll be done soon. Next up is Zangetsu, and Zangetsu was no flurry, so bottom of E. What am I doing? Who is that? Oh, Hime. To me, she was always a Chronicle Quest character. No Havoc. That's an E tier to me. We're in the E tier area now, fellas. I'd say you're probably a bit better than Lisa. Oh. Probably a bit better than Lisa. Zamaru, the OG gods for farming content. I mean, for guild quests. For a time at level 1. Frenzy 1, 5% Berserker. More damage to weaken. No Havoc. Oh, we actually had Havoc. Never mind. Oh, damn. Okay, hold on. It's still like a terrible kit, though. It's like Rukia. But with Havoc. I would say, like, here. I'd say D tier, just because of the Havoc. It's like low D, though. I guess the long shot is nice. Shinji might be our first E character. Like, Nad unit. Because I think he was also the last, like, resurrecting character that didn't get guard break. Sorry, no, never mind, he got Flurry 1. Did he pick that up? I think he did, right? He did. I think he was one of the first ones. He lost the Bruiser, but got Flurry 1. Does have long reach. Super low Bruiser, though. I think we still put that in D, though. Having a cancelled out for having a back hit? Maybe I feel like he's... Yeah, he's kind of bad, but I don't think there's anywhere else to place. Yeah. Maybe just above Aizen. Take care, Libro. Yeah, you're definitely E tier. Probably like here, just above Zangetsu. The fact that Gummy's still number 1 on his side, is it? It's not finding Gummy, what do you mean? Does bro not like Grammy? It kind of sucks, though, in a way that Grammy was like an anti-character. Not because like he didn't deserve it, but like... I think in any other case, Grammy was like one of like the top 10 like more sought after Quincy's. Because he's a cool character, a cool fight. And with that banner being Anniversary, it got like, you know, heavily criticized, even though the characters were good. Character choice, not so much, but... I think for any other banner, that went crazy. Maybe end of year would have been good for that one. This is the E tier. Around her. Coin drop, I guess, gives her a bit more use. I mean, Grammy will probably be replaced. Like, I'm sure whatever Annie is, we're going to get that character. I feel like we will get a character that plays better than Grammy. But it's, you know, it's not going to obviously replace Grammy, right? They tried to, and they didn't go well with Toshiro. Shunti has a bad kit. And he got Drain Duration. Frenzy, yeah, E. Probably here. He was the first character in last rate, though. Chad is F. F. Yeah, I feel like Tech has a good chance to be Anniversary. Tech in Mind, probably. Or Power. I'll take Power again. It feels weird to think, what, this character came out before Frenzy again? Frenzy +1, no Berserker. They're all around here. It's like they have like the same kit at all. Yuashika was awfully bad though. Has the 20 Berserker. Eat it. I'll probably put you here. Way below Barragan. Frenzy, I thought he was an ad character for some reason. Frenzy 1. E-tier. Don't probably care too much about the placements in E-tier. I think they're all kind of the same. I don't know the difference between this character and Yumashika. I don't think it matters. I'm expecting a speed journey for part 2, Annie. Mayuri. Frenzy +1, 20% Berserker, Team Boost. I feel like the boost makes you a bit better, I guess. I think Barragan should be a bit higher. He had like Frenzy 1 and like 40% Berserker. Probably here. Killer sucks, but whatever. Any update on Soul Resonance? It's actually playable right now in China. I'll have a video going up tomorrow about it. It's gotten a lot better. I can actually, if you're here for the end of the stream in like 10 minutes, once we finish out these 3 rows, I'll showcase the game a little bit. It still plays the same. Still plays the same, but like the presentation's a lot better. Really wanted a Fullbring Arc anniversary for end of year or end of year. I think it's too late now. It's technically an open beta, but it's it was only limited to like 5,000 spots. So technically it's closed, but you needed a Chinese ID. It was an absolute hassle to get into the game. But you can spend money in the beta. So wherever you see in the beta, even though it's not going to reflect the final game, it's most likely the closest thing to a final build because you can spend money. When the beta ends in like a week or two, everyone gets refunded. And if you start your account, you get like the refunds. So, because they are like Chinese IDs, so you just continue on. But whatever money you spend, you'll get gifted at the start of the game. So it's close. Right now, we're just waiting for a global announcement. Frenzy 1, 20% Berserker. Same difference with these characters. I'll probably say you're better than her or him. Kensei, does thou have Ferrari +1? Droplet. Does the droplet stop him from being F tier? Sorry, E tier. Because he's definitely E tier unit. I don't think I care about the droplets. It's only 17%. Grimjaw is Frenzy 1. 20% Havoc. Sorry, Berserker. Eat it. They all had the same kit. I feel like he was a bit better than Retsu. I didn't even know. I think he got droplets when he resurrected. I think that was his upgrade. She had no flurry. Yeah. D tier. Or F. Kugo. Frenzy 1. 40%, but no recharge. I don't think that matters that much, but I'll probably put him below. There. I'll put you Michiko the lowest. I know Tosha was a kind of special for the double killer. No Frenzy should be F? Yeah, maybe. Hold on. What was... Sorry, no Flurry. We had a few Naj units, right? I think it depends on their Berserker or Bruiser value. It was also their normal attack kit. Like, she has a decent normal attack kit. Like, who's the Naj unit with no Flurry? That I know had a bad kit. It's like, it's around this area that I think are like straight E, F tier. Because they just play bad too in terms of strong attacks and stuff. She came out where like there was like a decent kit, but still low damage. If that makes sense. Because like he don't even play well for an ad unit. Even though this character doesn't have flurry, he still just plays well. Same with Stark a bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I think it's like anyone after second Annie. I just remember them not playing well for the most part. Titan Toshiro, Frenzy 1, 20% Berserker, okay. 2 killers though, maybe makes you a bit better. I'll put you there. Kisuke, ooh. A bad kit brought him down. Cool unit. Would love to see what they're going to do with the visuals for a remake of this character. 50%, Frenzy 1, Havoc. Ooh. Do we put him in D tier? Does he get enough to get in D tier? No long reach though. Sorry, guard break. And the good soldier, right? Last stage. I think low D. I think better than Aizen. I want to say there. Probably there. Monster Aizen. Oh, sorry. Aizen was F. We'll just put you there. Frenzy. Berserker. I don't remember her kit. I remember it being bad, though. I think she's like probably the lowest SP unit. Probably. Yumachiko's going to be the lowest. I'm maybe biased towards him just being terrible. And now I believe also didn't get Flurry 1. She did. She might have been the first one, actually. Now that I remember it. Still probably E tier. Well, this probably low D then, right? If she has Flurry 1. And she has long reach. I think we'll get some love for tech coming soon. Probably here. Just above asking. Shuran is... Ooh. Was he a Nad unit? Recharge. We might put him in F. Because I actually can't even tell you what he was. He was the hybrid, right? So he's not even like... Oh, he's a nuker? I don't even know. He remembers one of those hybrids. Kind of forgot those were a thing. I assume he has a bad strong attack kit as well. Frenzy 1, 20% Berserker, so you're E. Your kit was kind of mid. I'll probably put you like here. Ichigo was a droplet. Flurry 1, 50 Bruiser. Droplet at 30%. Long reach. Okay. Crazy. Definitely D-tier. Just above Rose, I think, is a fine spot for him. Because these Nudge units, I feel like have some play in GQ, even if I don't use them. Maybe lower. Because you have 5% droplet each. Like, they're kind of the same tier in terms of whether I use them. So we have to wait for the global, or is there a way to play it? You can't play the China one now. I think the server's closed in terms of who can join. But global should happen. Should happen. Right now, I think they're sorting out the licenses for global release. But I'm pretty sure global's still coming. It might be delayed, though. Flurry 1. 16 Bruiser. Long reach at least. Nothing else. Where do we put him? We don't put him in E tier, right? I swear it's D. I think it's D for him. Probably the lowest of D. If Yatru's D. And where was Broken? E? I feel like, yeah, Broken was just E because he has like a terrible Nad string. I think D's fine. And his boost didn't even last 20 seconds, so like it's might as well not even be there. Cacao Society Halliburton. Not the greatest strong attack hit. Frenzy 1 has Havoc, though. Surprise. What? She has Havoc? Do you think get Frenzy 4? Probably. We don't need it, though. The thing is, Frenzy 4 is not even like a crazy jump compared to Frenzy 3. It would, like, the only good thing about Frenzy 4 would be, like, the increased Dazzlement chance. Because you hit it more times. That's basically about it. It'd be nice to have it, but it's nothing crazy. Like, if you have Frenzy 4 and a low Berserker, it wouldn't be worth it. I think she's still E, though. That's terrible. She has a terrible kit. Even with Havoc. I don't think it matters. I would still say she's worse than these characters. I would say she's around here. I don't remember her having a good kit. Zomari, I think, played better, though. Because he can at least be fast with his attacks. She's so slow. That SA2 comes out so slow. It's the worst tracking or moving vortex. Zomari has the good one. And her SA1, I think, doesn't pair well. And I think, well, I guess she had the Havoc, so it made it full screen with the SA3, but... Yeah, no, I still think, unironically, Zomari's a bit better. This character has Frenzy 1. Paralyzing Spirit is a skill that gave her paralysis on her Soul Bomb. Like, that was such a weird time. Like, instead of just having paralysis on your Soul Bomb naturally, they had a skill for it. Such a weird skill to have that we don't see anymore because it's a waste. So, in your case, you're still probably E. When do we start putting, like, terrible SA units in F? I think we're getting to it. I think it's around... It's just after Ichigo, I think. Anyone SP unit is, like, F tier. Thank you, Machiko, and I'm going to get a better kit. I did say she was the worst, yeah, but I forgot she had Frenzy. I don't know why I thought she had nothing. That might be F, you know. Because she got nothing on her resurrection. That's F. It's other powers, so Shinji's not as good as Oetsu. Yeah, Oetsu's just that kind of that crazy, though. To be honest. Four Fusion Aizen, Frenzy 1. Berserker. Not as crazy as I remember. Do we put him in D tier or F or E tier? D or E? It might be E, you know. He has the really good SA1, but no Havoc. So I feel like he has to be E. No boost as well. Even though he has the good SA1, he doesn't play that well for an SP unit. I would probably say above Sansan. Is probably where I'd put him. Same with Soifon. Get one of the OG greats. But unfortunately, no Havoc. Good soul trait, but I would probably still say E tier. Probably a bit better than Aizen. Poor Byakuya, no Frenzy to his name. At least not that version. Probably has the Havoc though. No Frenzy. Do we still put him F tier? Like, is a bit better, but no Frenzy. Kind of sucks, yeah, for an SP unit. One device I think is the exact same. Or did they give this character Frenzy? They gave him Frenzy and no Byakuya. That's insane. I would probably still put him worse, you know. I feel like because the whole thing with Resurrection for that is if you had Bombardment, you weren't given Berserker. That was like the weird thing. Sorry, Frenzy. That was the weird thing they had going for him. So when this character got resurrected, it showed us that a Bombardment unit can get Frenzy, and that was kind of exciting. But then they didn't give it to Byakuya. But this character's strong attack hit sucks. It's worse than I think it's worse. So Lunge SA1. Area random SA2. Full screen SA3. I guess just a bit high because he has Frenzy. Even then, it's like it's crazy. He has no recharge, you're right. Barge put him up at F. He's bad. Even with Frenzy. I think he's one of the few okay, it's one device. It's either low F, but low E, sorry, but you know. We'll put him in F just because it's one device. We'll be biased towards him. Against him. Blast Zone. Okay, now we're getting the ancient skills. Frenzy won though, but no, he had a terrible kit. I say he's worse than Byakuya even with Frenzy. Now I think we're just straight F tier. Besides like Tensor and Ichigo. Havoc on a Naj unit? You're crazy. 50 Bruiser. Yeah, no, Loki, we actually might need Blast on, you know, for like nuking. Nah, because there's already enough skills that characters can get. I don't think we have time, space for it. I wouldn't mind it for those big rooms though. But again, they can just make a Sobom have more range without giving him Blast Zone. And for those that don't know, Blast Zone is more range. It's basically Havoc for a Sobom. Kit wasn't the best, but you have Frenzy 1. and Berserker. So like your automatic E tier, I'll probably say around here. And then Ichigo would probably go right next to him. Does get the recharge, Frenzy 1. No Havoc, unfortunately, man. This would have been crazy if you had Havoc. So yeah, weird to see him in E tier. I think he was better than Tenta, so I'll just put him there. Blast Zone Links, I'll back that, you know. Like for a mid-month, fine. After? I'm pretty sure this Okura might have Frenzy 1, but it doesn't matter. He's like super old. This is like, yeah, like Frenzy 1 and Havoc, damn, you would think he is good, but no. Like this, like his strong attack has a, like, what do you even call this? I'm forgetting the words. Has an angle to it. You know? A 300 distant AoE? Yeah, no. That's a straight F tier. Do we all agree these characters up F tier? Let's just put them in, hold on. I don't care about the placement for these units. It does feel weird to have Byakuya with these lot, though, I will be honest. Maybe we should move Byakuya and Wonder Wise up. Just because of their kit and Frenzy. There's no con here, by the way. Not yet. Maybe during the anniversary. You had Flurry 1, right? But I just don't matter. I'll put you there, though. I appreciate extra, bro. Extra. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, I'll put him low E. I just feel like, even though like he kind of has no frenzy, at least he plays decent, you know. As weird as that sounds. Yeah, let's just put all these characters here. Hopefully no one fact checks me and is like, yo, what's this character doing in F tier? Because I do not need to see their skills. And we are done. Let's go. Are we done? How is that Momo over Arbok Ichigo? Oh, this Momo because she's a farmer. Who are you more likely to use right now? In this game right now. At this current point in game, why would you use Arbok over anyone else? You would still use Momo for her link, her farming content purpose, right? Even if you don't even farm, like I don't use any of them, but like I'm more likely to use Momo than Arbok. Arbok Senkamon, even then, bro, it's like you don't need him. For farming, you're always using Momo because she's a link. Let's do that. There you go. Take the screenshot real quick. But yeah, Momo you're going to use. If you're ever farming technique potions, you're using Momo. Senkamon you can go without Arbok. But, to be fair, in Arbok's defense, he might get resurrected in 2 weeks' time. If he gets Frenzy 2, he's up into B. He's up into B. My problem right now is C seems a bit empty. Not like it needs to be. Then again, I think it's kind of fine. It kind of averages out. Like everyone right now kind of has the same amount of C tiers. I mean, it's fine. I mean, realistically, the main one is like A, B, and S. And I think they're fine. These are units that we still use. Hopefully there was no resurrection character that we missed, because I still need to do the graphics for some of the resurrectable units. Like a Kenpachi. No, Kenpachi's done. I think it was Heart. No, Speed. We need to do Retsu. Retsu needs to get the thing, but yeah. Again, so for those that missed it, we put Yoruichi in S tier. For technique, right now this is how we feel. Asking better than Ishibe. I can see where you're coming from. Maybe you know, because he does have Frenzy too. But he has a terrible kit. I don't know. Yeah. Do we want to put Asking higher than these two? Or like this? Is this fine? Maybe above Ichibe, but below Ichigo. Or above Ichigo. Interchangeable? Yeah. Ilfor should be lower than Bambi? Nah, Ilfor at least has the team boost. Again, right now, Ilfor's only this high. He probably would be C tier if it weren't for Sun Sun. If you're using Sun Sun in GQ, you're using Ilfor. So right now, to me, as someone that owns Sun Sun, Ilfor's actually useful. Bambi yet is not. I'm not using Bambi. So, as long as Sun Sun's relevant, so is Ilfor. And he also is a +5 farmer. So like you're using him for pots, and you're using him to buff Sun Sun, who right now is the best lead for Midi Hollow. So, you know, at first glance, if you look at this tier list, it doesn't tell you the exact reasons why every character is an S tier or A tier or something like that. But like, if you were to look at each individual unit, you could probably find a reason why a character would be this high. Yeah. So right now, Technique has a lot of good S units. But they definitely do need another SS unit. Definitely need another SS unit. Hopefully for the anniversary. With that, that is now Speed, Technique, and Heart done. Oh. So 3 are done. So now, the question is, what attribute is next? We might do it tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. Power or mind? I'm not going to say what I want to do, but there is one. I do prefer one over the other. Powerhouse Yama? I don't think we even talk about Yama in Power anymore. Yama would be like B tier. Because no Frenzy too. Oh, it doesn't want to, yeah. Yeah, Yama's probably B tier. It's just Mugetsu. Sorry, it's just Aizen. Aizen is SS tier, I would say. He's absolutely insane. Definitely an SS tier unit for power. S tier would be Senjumaru, Mugetsu, Soifon, and maybe a few Nad units. Yeah, so Shinji's S, Senju's S, Nemu I say was S, S-Not's S if I didn't say him already, Mugetsu, Soifon S. Rook is going to be a weird one to rank. She might get low S or top A, because that SA2. Masaki probably be A. Because she's basically Bambi. Babao. And Bambi's in B. Yeah, like I said, I was saying it earlier. I'm not sure if you were here, Kool-Aid. I don't mind at this point, I don't care about GQ skills. If you have it, cool, whatever. But end of year units released alongside full bring Bangai Ichigo, there was no reason for this character to not have Frenzy Free everywhere. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Why did this character not have Frenzy Free? I will complain about this character. She's still good. Still gonna put an S. But yeah, that was annoying. So I want to do Mind, but people have voted Power, so we'll do Power tomorrow. But Mind has Giselle S tier, Nanana, Rukia, Candice probably S tier. I want to say Ishin, probably not SS tier, but for Limit Breaker definitely up there. But yeah, Byakuya is basically the only SS tier unit. I would say the big three right now for Mind is probably Ishin, Giselle, and Byakuya being SS. Yeah. Yeah, I would have preferred to do Mind tomorrow, but hey, power one. So real quick before we end the stream, let me pull up the Soul Resonance. Why is Nemu S? You mean Power Nemu? She's a good Naj unit. If you compare to this tier list, so Momo is the exact same as Nemu, but Nemu has a team boost. So automatically that puts her a tier above, makes her more relevant as well. So I would say Nemu's S. Which isn't SA2 as a 960? Yeah, no, I agree. It's fine. At least he got it, because nowadays that attack is kind of a rarity. So these are all my games right now. I downloaded the game too many times, but I'm telling you, getting into this game was an absolute headache. A for both? I don't know. We'll see when we get to it tomorrow. Oh, Fantasy of Light. Nah, that's one of those games that just appears because it's sponsored. Like, I have not downloaded this game. I don't know why it's here. It just keeps appearing. I will say, though, boys, I got a pretty good tap trade deal. This game. Hexa Stack. Let me open it real quick. Okay, it's not too bad. It's not that bad of a game. But essentially, the tap trade deal is every level you clear, you get 1 orb. And you can get up to 1,000 orbs for free. If you can do it in a month. You're limited to 100 quests a day. It seems good. But I can't lie, it's long. Very long. I've done 78 levels, so I've gotten 78 orbs. But it's taken me hours to get to this point. So I'll probably get like 200 and stop in a month. I'm taking my time with it. But like that is, it is such a long, at least it's decent. So it's not too bad to get orbs. I would actually loved if there was a soul puzzle tab trade. Because I'll do 1,000 levels in that game. I think I did like 400. If I remember correctly. Let me turn this up. Can't just quiet. Daniel Ichigo. Oh my god. Did I buy orbs a little bit? Yeah. I had some decent tap trade deals. Can we play Soul Resonance or we have to wait for global? Wait for global. It is not globally available right now. And again, right now it's a limited beta. Limited. So to download the game now, again, I think it's too late. You needed to have like a Bilibili account, and you need like a Chinese ID. I can tell you, I don't know how people got in. I was lucky at the end. But if you've seen past videos, the game basically plays the same. I'll show you real quick. I don't know if it looks better, but like the progression has been a lot more simplified. Like this is the new screen for story mode. I think they added 1 more level. That's why Ichigo. The presentation's a lot better. It's hard to say without like playing it if you played the past games and the new one. But just the way you go through the story, level up your account, it's just a lot better. These are all the same. They changed this quest, which is unfortunate. I was kind of a fan of this one. To farm golds, you had to stop people from robbing Almeida. They've changed it. Now you just kill a rat. But these are all like the farming items. These are like the weekly quests. Again, the presentation's a lot better now. These are like the relic farmings if you played Hoyoverse games. Like, they're all basically the same. They have changed that. So, like, if you look at the character build here. Like, they changed the stamp system, which is a lot more simple now. You just have, like, 4 slots, which I think is cool. They've added this. Not sure what this is. There's still a lot I don't know about. They've changed the artwork for some characters. So, like, he looks more like a Blood War unit. Same with this character. They still need to update the artwork because this is outdated. This is a bit outdated. Shad's outdated. You have the Blood War style. Renji's outdated. And you had the Blood War style. So they're still, like, updating it, I guess. I will show this, though. I'm not going to use all my summons today. But, where's the summon button? Let me do a single here. They've actually changed the summon animation. Let me put it back here. Hey, what? Huh? Oh. Oh. It's a blue. Oh, it's a purple. Never mind. So that's kind of cool. I'll summon tomorrow, so not on stream. But yeah, again, like, the game's basically the same. But it's just gotten a lot more better in terms of presentation and how you progress the game. Like, these are the login bonuses. Just stuff for winning the game or just playing the game. You can test play. There's a cooking event. Oh, I finished it? Really? This is like a side quest. There's a boss fight against Jodambo and stuff. This is you get rewards for spending money. Because again, you can spend money in this game. Right now. This was cool, actually. Let me show this. So these are the game modes. I've not unlocked all of them. This is like... I don't know if it's like Senkamon. To be fair, this isn't a Bilibili game. Let me show you. The game is... Chinese games are available for like different platforms. So it's a game. I don't even know who the what do you call it is. Publisher anymore, but you can download the game through different apps. So this is like 9tap, 48823, Moby Zen. I'm making up names here, but it's not a Bilibili game. I just downloaded it through Bilibili. Because I had a Bilibili account. So this is like has nothing to do with Bilibili. Besides, like, you can log in through it. But this is cool. Look at that. Oh, that's like the OG Gote 13. But like, it's the current captains at the start of Bleach. That was sick. I thought this was cool. You got the boy Don. I kind of want to see a full art for this character or that bunch. But yeah, this is basically the weekly quest that you play on Star Route. I don't know what they call it. It's like a Senkamon quest. You just go through and clear a stage, and then you have to like pick random buffs. This is like just a one-time clear. You go through the bosses. This is like a weekly fight against Kenpachi to get like red materials. And then this one I kind of forgot. I think it's another like boss fight. These are like test plays of all the characters. They haven't added any new characters, but they've updated the graphics. I can show one of them. So, for example, now we use Ichigo's... When we get to his album. Or his transformation. This is something I found cool, by the way. So, Yacha is actually a really good support. And essentially, once you use her first skill... and switch out. Never mind, she's gone. I don't think she appears, but she's supposed to be... She just watches the fight. Okay, she's not appearing now, but... I think in actual combat, Yachu would just appear in the bottom. Yeah, so they changed the animation now for the transformation. That's it. So before, he didn't do the hollow, like, iconic pose. And he didn't do an attack. He just transforms. And that's kind of insane. So yeah, it's cool. They've done a lot of decent changes to some characters. Can Yachu appear now? Oh, there she is. Look, she just sits there and watches. It's kind of cool. I think every now and then she'll just buff you. So Yachalu, if the game does come globally, keep an eye out for her. She's actually a really good support. She was designed to just buff Kenpachi, but Kenpachi's been removed from the game. He's not obviously... He'll be added to the game. But before she was just straight a Kenpachi buffer. Now she's like a everyone buffer. So yeah, again, pretty good changes. It seems like it's getting ready for a launch. Hopefully, we get some news of a global launch eventually, because I don't think we even need a global. What's this? Oh, I don't think we need a global beta. Like, if the game's ready in China, just like release it globally whenever they can. Oh, here you go. Hey, yo. Con's on the bench? What? What am I looking for? I'm supposed to find something. She can't have hard, though. Hello? And yeah, they've added more people to, like, the areas. It's not a selfie. I'm supposed to find, like, last time it was a Chappie. I think it is Con. It's not Con. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's there. It's a Yuki? Oh my god, Yuki? BBS? And I gotta tap these. Those skeletons look like the skulls look like death from oh. There we go, nice. What game is this? This is the new Bleach game. It's in a beta right now for China. But there you go. There you go. Anyway, let's wrap up the stream again. I appreciate everyone that came into the stream. Appreciate that sat through it too. So tomorrow we'll do the power tier list. So we'll talk about that. Probably same time tomorrow. So for me, it's 4 p.m. UK time. Be there. Feel free to. I think the game will last. I think it will last. Hopefully. It depends how they mess up global. Like, I think China will be here for years to come. The game's it's going to be big in China. Because they don't have access to a Bleach game. This game isn't available in China. They've never had access to a Bleach game. So I think the game will last in China. Hopefully it'll last in global. That's the question. Hopefully it even comes to global. Because right now it's been like silence. But you know how some games are? They come out and then like China or the global version isn't like one-to-one. They make changes that would make it worse. And then there's drama. Hopefully we don't go through that when this game comes out globally. Right now, it's like, because of the whole Nuverse stuff, it has definitely like, affected global launch. I think originally it would have just released on both global and China at the same time, and likely eventually Japan, because there's no Japan announcement. So hopefully if global does like release later, they don't like rush and try and like ruin just the global version, because that can hurt the game. But we'll see how. I think the base of the game is good enough to be fun. I've played it through it 3 times now, and it's still quite fun. But whether the game like is good long term, we'll find out. But I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good, especially when they get to Blood War. They will get to Blood War. I did see part 7. I'm here. Man's here for it. I'm here for it. But anyway, appreciate everyone coming out to stream. See you guys tomorrow. Take care. Hey. Yeah, anniversary is like 2 weeks away at this point. It's like 10 days away in terms of the announcement. We'll find out in a couple of days. They'll announce the live stream. We'll see. My guess is around the 18th.